And that's what I'm saying. Like,
it might be some dungeon babies
I'm sure
about
there's
to
a
pop
lot
out
of
in the
men
next
walking
couple
around there with their
months.
dicks hard.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Some guys try to
Seeing
nut
all
it
the
on
women.
themselves.
Like,
we
seeing
had
all
the
the women
grapefruit
with
lady there. She be giving oral sex
Wow.
instructions. You know, it
I
was
thought
we
you
had
would say she
pole
would give oral
dances.
sex.
Right.
In the
No,
lobby.
she wasn't giving oral sex.
That would have been crazy.
What's up? It is Lip Service. I'm Angela Yee.
I'm Gigi McGuire.
I'm avian.
And I'm JoJo.
JoJo's here with us. You're friends with L'Oreal, but unfortunately L'Oreal's not here. So I know.
It's
But
fine.
we had to have you on because we've been watching Love and Hip Hop Miami.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been watching
About
the
that.
drama unfold.
I haven't been
on Love
watching
and Hip
it,
Hop
so I hope
Miami.
you guys have been enjoying it.
Are you like the villain this season, you feel like?
Yeah, I feel like that's what it's looking. I went from being like the superhero to like the villain all in 1 year.
I
That's
have to be
crazy.
honest. I'm like 2 episodes behind because I watch it on DVR when I have TV time. So I'm not all the way caught up on what's going on. But yeah, they're trying to,
Yeah.
Trying to make me look
they
bad,
trying to
huh?
make me look bad, and I don't
Yeah.
appreciate that because you my girl. So.
Yeah, but I feel like when people that follow me, people that know me, they know how I am.
People
They
liked
watched
you on
it.
Lip Service last time a lot.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's also the way they edit the show too, right? That makes you.
It's so much to it. Like people don't understand. It's so many ignorant people that really think like you're going about your life and cameras just follow you, and it doesn't work like
No.
that.
Right.
Like, stuff is written out.
Yeah.
Like they tell you to
And
do
see.
something, you don't know what you're doing, then they edit it. It's a bunch of different shit.
What was the most surprising thing to you that happened this season that you didn't expect?
I had a rough season, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
so it could've been anything.
Which
every
thing?
every week I was like, God damn, like, the way the producer set the stuff up, because when you're filming, you don't know what everybody else is filming. So if the producer tells me like, yo, we're gonna do this, I'm like, cool. So I'm doing it and I leave. That's it. And so when you sit down and you watch it, the way they piece it together and edit it together, I was like, damn, y'all was plotting on me the whole time.
They create their own
narrative.
You were also dating Pleasure P.
Bruh, listen.
It's like
It was one date.
They made
Dating
it
and
seem
going
like
on
y'all
one
was
date.
dating.
I know, but like I said, it's reality TV.
Okay. So you weren't at all like attracted to him, or you
No,
don't
no.
see that going anywhere?
No, Pleasure's not really my type. I love him though as a person. He's a great friend. Like
I'm happy to hear that because I was like, not Pleasure. Like, you
Yeah.
don't seem like you said, he's not your type.
Right.
And nothing against Pleasure because, he's cool and all. But when I saw that they was saying that y'all was together, I was like,
It wasn't a
something ain't
match.
right. Like, I ain't buy it.
Then
So
you
I'm
was
glad
beefing with other
to know
girls
that it
over
wasn't
Pleasure
for real.
P.
yeah, but it just everything sometimes has to make sense on TV. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I took one for the team. It was cool. We went on a date. If it wasn't for Love and Hip Hop, I would have never gone on a date with P.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's a great person. So, I don't give a fuck.
You said he's not your type. So what is your type?
I like the complete opposite. Like, he's like just such a sweetheart, and
You want to get
You
roughed
like bad
up?
boys?
She like some
I
stuff.
want to be treated
Listen,
badly.
She like him from Opalaka.
I like my real rough.
but how rough? What's
Here's my
Jojo,
She
when you
like
gonna
him from
grow
the
out of
pork and
this?
beans.
I know. Listen,
Gotta grow out of this,
I
man.
said I was gonna grow out of it last time.
Yeah.
You did say that.
I
You
tried.
did.
You see, I tried with Pleasure. It didn't work
You
out.
like him from the pork and beans.
You don't
like
want
him
pleasure.
straight
You
from
want
Opalaka.
pain.
Honestly, right now, it's like I can't find nobody that I like.
But do you think that makes you judgmental to certain guys? Because you're already going in with the perception of I like bad guys. I like it rough. So if you see a guy that's too
it rough.
sweet, you might
I mean,
kind of
it's
be
not
like,
even that. Like, for example, right? If I go on a date with a guy, let's give Pleasure P as an example.
Okay.
Let's say something goes down. Bro, I need to make sure you can protect me.
You don't think Pleasure P can protect you?
No.
They be doing them body rolls. And
I need to make sure that, you know what I'm saying? I can be
Damn.
protected. Like, if
Right.
something goes down, like, you can fight.
He could probably fight.
No.
You feel
don't
like
think him
you
and
was
Pretty
gonna have
Ricky
to
was getting
defend
into
yourself?
Yeah, for sure. And it happens all the time. Every time there's an argument or whatever, he's not like, you know what I mean? He kind of just like, all right, like.
You want him to be more aggressive.
Yeah. I think any girl would want their guy to defend them. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah.
So now let's just say there's a situation going on and you're fighting somebody, a girl. Should your man step in, or what's he supposed to do?
Break the fight.
Break
you know
it
what I
up.
mean? Yeah, break the fight. You
Because
don't
that could
just
be
stand
bad.
there.
He can't like put his hands on
Right.
anybody.
Nah, but you can, grab the other girl, grab me, do something.
Yeah.
Because even grabbing somebody,
Don't grab
they'll be
me.
like,
It
oh, no,
could
he
get too
didn't
much.
put his hands on her.
Grab her.
Do something
hard.
though.
Yeah, break it up for sure.
Break
Step in
it up.
between.
Yeah.
Try to avoid it from happening in
Listen,
the first place.
I had a situation when I was younger, and my ex-boyfriend, his baby mom like broke my windshield, right? But I was upstairs, and so we came running downstairs. I heard the alarm, and she tried to come running at me with like a broom.
A broom.
And he kind of grabbed her, and she got him arrested. He didn't
For that.
do nothing to her, but he grabbed her. And when the cops came, she was like, he put his hands on me, he threw me on all this stuff, and he
Of
ended up getting
course.
arrested. And then
But
he
did
had
they
a warrant.
see your windshield?
What?
Did they see your windshield?
Yeah, but she got arrested too. They both got
Okay.
arrested, but because she said that he did that, they both ended up getting
Yeah,
arrested.
because all it
But
takes is
he
for you
ended
to
up
make the
having a warrant,
accusation.
and then
They don't have
he
to have
gave
any
a fake
proof.
name, and then she was like, "No, his real name is da 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 da," and he had a warrant, so he ended up going to jail for like 3 months.
Wow.
But why would he give a fake name knowing that she was already being petty
Right.
and she was gonna
Well,
out
I don't
him?
think that he knew she would hear.
What his
Okay.
name was.
Mhm. Then his mom came too, and she was like, "He lying, lock him up." His name.
Oh,
It was
shit.
crazy.
The mom?
Yes.
Oh,
God.
But anyway, my whole point was sometimes things backfire, like, for guys, because anything that they do and I get it, your instinct should definitely be to protect your woman no matter what.
Listen,
Even if
my
you-
ex, I remember it was an incident in the mall. He was like, I don't give a fuck. I'll slap a bitch for my girl. That's the type of shit I like. You know what I'm saying?
Jojo.
Period.
No.
But then you'll feel
Can't get him
terrible if she pressed
arrested,
charges
yeah.
against him, and the next thing you know, he's a
Or if he
domestic.
really
But
knocked
that's the
her
type-
out.
No, I understand. Listen, I get it. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying that's what I like. I like what I,
I like
like.
it.
You like what you
like
like,
him to
girl.
protect
Yeah,
you,
so to
yeah.
go from that to that, to
Right.
go from that to like a pleasure, I just couldn't do it.
And you was beefing too much with other girls. You don't want all that drama.
Right.
Exactly.
Or do you? No.
No, I don't. I
But
really
that's
don't.
what comes with like bad boys and
Yeah, I feel like
guys
you
that's a
always-
little rough around the edges. You got to deal with all that.
I feel like it's
bullshit.
any guy though. Like that's how I feel. Cause I see regular guys like doing all types of shit to their girls too.
We want you to just have a nice guy, basically, is
Yeah.
what we're saying
I
here.
know, okay, guys. I mean, hook me up with somebody. God damn it. Who?
We're in
We
Wall
gotta
Street
have. We
area
gotta bring.
right
the,
now.
we gotta bring the dating game back on the
We
show.
gotta get
for
you
JoJo.
Gigi's
Financial
glasses like
advisor.
Gigi's, and then get you out here.
Somebody like that. I need my own dating show.
She needs
I
a
feel like that
financial
should be
advisor.
nice.
There you go.
For the love of JoJo.
She probably gonna pick the most.
Ratchet.
tattoos
guy.
in the
I
face.
know. We'll be like, oh my god, this didn't work out as we planned it. What kind of guys do you like, Avian? Since we're talking about it,
Right.
if you had to describe it.
I don't know. I feel like my type in the past has changed. Like, you know how sometimes you say you have a type and you go date somebody that's kind of not really your type. But to kind of keep it simple, I like a guy that's tall. I like some height.
Well, you're tall.
Yeah, I like a guy that's tall, sexy, like smells good, keeps himself clean, is definitely doing something
Cleanliness
with his
is next to
life.
godliness.
Yeah. Has his nails clean, you know what I mean? Smells good.
Dirty nails will give you an infection in the cooch.
Exactly.
Girl,
You know?
wash
No,
them
it's just-
hands.
I think it's just the little things. A guy that could be a gentleman, a guy that could definitely protect me and make me feel like I'm safe around him. He's not a pussy. You know,
Oh, hey, Candy.
Yeah.
Candy's here.
I should come and have a seat, Candy. Oh, I like that sweater.
Hi.
What's up?
hi.
Come on, girl.
Oh, no, you good. We just got started. You know Gigi, of course.
Hi, honey.
How you been?
Good. How have you been?
That's
I will-
Avian. That's
I know
JoJo.
you want a drink. You want some water or some lemonade?
Candy, did you ever go through that phase? Because I feel like it's a phase.
Um,
Like the bad guy phase.
yeah, not when you say bad, like
You know, like the roughneck
Bad
phase.
boys.
Like,
Yeah,
I like
like a-
guys
mean,
that
yeah,
fight
hood-
all
a
the
thug.
time.
Yeah.
and-
I mean,
Troublemaker.
they didn't try to fight me though.
No, no,
But-
not fighting you.
okay, just making sure we
Right.
weren't talking about that type of real. Yeah, nah. Of course. I mean, I think we all like dudes like that. They got an edge to them.
Right.
I'm trying to tell her like I just need somebody that I feel like can protect me. Like if something happens, I want my dude to be able to like stand up for himself.
Right.
And I just felt like, with somebody like that, it just, I felt like I was gonna fight for him. Like I
Because
don't
his
know.
crystals was gonna be shining
Right.
in
You know
his face.
What if he's
Yeah.
very small? But what if he's
Crystals.
very small, but he knows karate?
That's
Karate.
weird though. Yeah, don't pull out the
protect you.
karate when we out.
I'm done. I don't know
He
about
got some
that.
little shots.
That's not gonna get me wet if you come out chopping, trying to
I
chop
don't know about
somebody.
that.
Listen, I don't know if y'all have seen some of these movies.
You never know.
All right, well, Kandi, welcome, and we know you have a lot going on right now. We were just talking about it, like, how do you do everything that you're doing? You have a new EP that you're working on,
Oh yeah, I'm working on it right now.
and then you have the tour that you're doing.
Yes, welcome to the dungeon.
Welcome to the dungeon.
Yeah,
I went to the party. That shit was dope.
Oh yeah,
I went to the party.
We did it back in October, and now I'm turning it into a whole tour.
Then you have 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Right. She had to think about it. Like, you know what?
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
And you're married and a baby.
Yeah. And
Good.
trying to
And do
add
you
more
still have your
babies.
boutique?
Yeah, I still have my
I used to
store
shop there
tag.
when I lived in Atlanta.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean,
You said trying to add more
That's
babies.
a lot.
Yeah, because we have a surrogate, and
Oh, okay.
we're working on that. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I saw that episode when she was like, well, if you want to try to do it, nope. Not like that.
No, we did it the scientific way, I guess.
All right. So, me and you had something in common because there was a rumor about me that I had a sex slave in the basement.
Are you serious?
Yes. Did y'all see that? They had put it on Baller Alert.
Real lying.
So you know how they used to do those anonymous emails
Oh, wow.
in, like the sex stories?
Yeah.
So somebody was like, I'm Angela's sex slave, and she keeps me in the basement.
So weird.
They wanted to be your sex slave
Exactly.
tied up in the
Exactly.
basement.
I was
That's the way I
like,
look at
okay,
it.
they really
That's
me
deep.
yeah.
I think sometimes people be going way too far with some of these like
That's
rumors
so
they
weird.
try to start. It's crazy.
And I was like, okay, me and Kandi both go to dungeon.
Hey man, but you know what? At first I was like all angry about it, but then after I thought
Turned that
about it, I was
thing
like,
into a
Embrace
coin.
it.
turn it into a coin,
Exactly.
But and then if I'm gonna make a dungeon, it's gonna be the best damn dungeon you've
Right.
ever seen.
That's what I'm talking about. My sex slaves don't really want all that glitz and glamour, though. There's no bathroom down
crystals.
there.
When you had it in
No
Atlanta,
crystals.
though, when I tell you it was the talk of town, like
Yeah.
everybody in the mall was like trying to get the shit.
Find
Like
they sexy outfits.
she shut down the city doing. Everybody
And
went to that
the
shit.
tickets sold
Yeah.
out really fast too, right?
Yeah, they did. And it's
Yeah.
crazy because it's like I didn't know if everybody was going to dress up and, because it's supposed to be one of those situations, I guess kind of like Coachella where everybody has to dress up and wear their
Theme.
crazy outfits. And when I tell you damn near everybody in the place had on a dungeon outfit.
Yo, I wasn't trying to do too much. I was like a little. When I got there, people was going all out.
You was like, I'm underdressed.
ass
Yeah.
out. You know, I had a coat over. I had the lingerie. And I had the coat over. When
You
I
was like,
went
let me
there,
take this off.
Right.
Yeah, I
Come
was
about
like,
this go. Okay, it's safe. It's safe.
Right.
It's safe.
yeah.
So everybody had on like lingerie.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff.
Little
Like,
Fashion Nova lingerie.
People had
Something.
whips
I
and
mean, yeah, it was-
leather and
exactly.
masks. I mean, I wasn't there. I just
Everything.
saw it from
You saw it from
online and
Yeah.
on the show. But
like some girls, they probably had on like nipple covers with a mink coat
Yeah.
or,
Wow.
just like going all out for it. I mean, there were some guys, obviously,
And
guys
their jeans and
with
wife beaters. The guys
Yeah.
in JoJo
No,
like.
Right.
they more so were like they tried to do like the Hugh Hefner with
with
the
the
robe.
smoking
Oh,
clothes
that
and-
makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That's easy.
Yeah. But and it was people with full mask on, and it was
That
dope.
shit was lit.
And the crazy thing about it was that a lot of people really didn't even know what it was or what to expect.
Yeah.
Like it was a big question mark of I don't know what this is, but it's about to be crazy, and I got to be there.
So
and
is this
they
what
was
the whole
there.
tour is going to be like starting in
Yeah.
May?
Yeah. Basically, we doing 12 cities. And so basically the same thing I did in Atlanta. I'm just taking it to different cities. It's going to be we're taking it to pushing the limits as far as we can push it. You know what I mean? Without getting arrested.
Yeah, you said you held back a little bit.
Girl, we need
first
to do
time.
this at Hedonism.
Is that why they take the phone to the front?
Yeah.
I was like, don't take my phone.
I have a company that takes everybody. Well,
you put it in the bag, in the bag.
right? Because if people come,
You
some
wanna be
people don't want.
comfortable.
Yeah, they don't
Right.
want everybody
That
putting them all
makes
online.
sense. I was mad because I
So-
couldn't get my selfie in. I was like,
you got to do it
damn.
outside.
Yeah,
They
do
should
it
probably have
outside.
a selfie area out front.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you close the bag and go in.
Yeah, I'll have like a photo booth if
I think
people
you
want
need
to
to
take
have that,
pictures.
yeah.
Email it.
But like I'm gonna take celebrity guests and we're gonna like do our thing. And then it's like some erotic, performers, and it's very like sexual. It's like at first when it starts, it's a big ass party.
Right.
And then we have like a variety show. So maybe I might do something with dances, but everybody's barely clothed. You
So
know
how
what I
is
mean?
that for the men? Because you got a ton of men in there and then women that are barely clothed. Like, is their dick?
They were
are their
loving
dicks
it.
hard
Yeah, they
all
sound like
night?
it. They should have the dick sock on.
There was a lot of gay boys in there.
It was a mixture. It was a lot of straight men too because it was
was?
couples
Yeah.
up in
It was
there.
really dark
Yeah.
in there. I could barely see.
I felt like it
was
was
sexy.
It was everybody that it was no type of like set crowd. You know what I mean? Everybody was in there. So it was just, which I thought was cool because I was like, how many places do you normally go where it's not like, oh, it's only this type of person or this type of person? Everybody was in there.
good.
I
And
bet there was a
everybody
lot
was
of
having
hookups.
fun. I think it was. I heard it was somebody that
It might be
actually
some
had
dungeon
sex in the
babies.
front
And that's
lobby.
what I'm saying. Like,
It might be some dungeon babies
I'm sure
about to
there's a
pop
lot
out
of
the
men
next
walking
couple
around there with their
months.
dicks hard.
Right.
You know what I
Some
mean?
guys try to
Seeing all
nut it
the
on
women.
themselves.
You know,
Like,
we
seeing
had
all
the
the women
grapefruit
with
lady there. She be giving oral sex
wow.
instructions. You know, it
I
was
thought
we
you
have
would say she
pole
be giving oral
dances.
sex.
Right.
In the
No,
lobby.
she wasn't giving oral sex.
That would've
She
been
was
crazy.
giving people lessons on how they supposed to do it.
with
It
the
was dope.
grapefruit.
Do you remember
Yeah.
the first time you learned how to perform oral sex?
Yeah.
Because I learned how to do it from reading a magazine article.
From a magazine?
Really?
Yes.
I
read
learned
Casa.
from watching porn.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah,
Were
you
you
did?
good at it the first time?
I don't think I was good at it the first time, but you know, you watch a couple more and be like, okay.
You get it.
And
Yeah,
then
you get
practice
it.
makes perfect.
Yeah, and your friends
people
tell
were
you
born
some
to do
stuff
it.
Little
to do.
tips
Yeah.
here and there. Right?
I feel like I was
Yeah.
born to do it.
At first time I ever did, I didn't know what I was doing. I told you, I scraped his whole dick up. But I know,
Ouch.
I know he showered like,
I think the thing is, how long did it take you to get good at it?
But then I read
Right.
the article. That's what really helped me is I read an article. Have you ever had a guy be terrible at oral?
hell yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Boring.
guys definitely have to be like coached through that.
Yeah,
I
no,
definitely had to
do-
teach a guy a time or two.
Me too. I had
Yeah.
this dude. He was like gnawing on my shit. Like,
Wow.
I just like, bro,
Why are you nibbling on
your
my
teeth?
shit?
Like, don't
Why are
bite
you
it.
chewing my clit?
But apparently, some girls
like
like
that.
that when they nibble with their teeth.
don't
I
know.
don't like that.
I think it
don't like
also
my-
depends on how aggressive, right? Like if you feel like you bite in my clit, it's like, all right.
And
Yeah.
some guys think when you tense up, you like it, but you really like tense.
Trying to
you
do
go
it.
like,
Yeah, you know,
I
right.
went ahead and
Body
told
language.
him, and I think I did him a service because I've heard since then that he's like the
Ow.
bomb at it. So I was like, okay, well,
Yes,
maybe
you
I
did.
helped him
Candy.
out.
But men do that too, right? Like they'll tell you a
How to
little
suck
less
a dick?
teeth or yeah.
Has anybody ever?
I've
told
never
me?
had a guy tell me
I
like,
feel
oh,
like
your
guys
teeth
would
are
just
in the
let you
way.
rock.
Yeah, I've never had a
Like,
guy
suck
try
it. I
to
don't care if it
instruct
hurt.
me.
You think so?
I feel because I don't think I've ever had a guy tell me like you're doing it wrong. He didn't even tell me.
But I feel like you would know if you scraping him too hard with your teeth, no?
I'm just saying the first time I did that, I really
Yeah, the
didn't
That
first
was
know.
time,
the
of
first
course,
time, so she
yeah.
had
He
no
said something to
idea.
you?
No,
I
So
always
how you know
tell-
you scraped it?
because when I learned how to do it, I realized my mouth was dry as shit.
He probably didn't even know how to get his dick sucked either.
He should have broke up with me, but I didn't know how to do it. And look, I was still a virgin, and so I wouldn't have sex with him.
So all you was
that
doing
was
was
just me
sucking dick.
like compromising,
Right.
right? But I didn't know
that's
how
the
to do that
consolation
either.
prize.
I was in high school, so I didn't
Yeah.
know what the fuck I was doing, and I learned.
Well, I feel like my advice to anybody in oral sex, do it like you love it.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
no matter what, just act like you
Right.
love it. So even if you don't know what you're doing, if you like, you know, suck it like you love it, like you kiss, you know, the same way you kiss when
You
you,
gotta
love
enjoy it,
somebody.
right? Passionate.
Yeah,
Be
when
passionate
you're real
with the dick.
passionate with it, it like turns them on to see them
Even
like,
if you ain't
like
good
you're
at
in love
it,
with
they
the
ain't
dick.
even gonna know that you ain't good with it because they gonna be blinded by the passion that you're giving them.
I feel
like
the
if
Jedi mind trick.
I feel like if I'm giving you, or if I'm sucking your dick, I'm gonna be passionate about it because I enjoy giving you
Me too,
pleasure.
girl.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna like give you that shit.
You gotta
like,
make noise.
Yeah.
Some people aren't
Play with your
into it
pussy
like
too
that,
at the same
though.
time.
Yeah, you know what? You can't never look like a blowjob is a job.
Yeah.
Where you looking
Yeah,
like a chore.
What
When they
time
be
is it?
Right.
You ain't done yet.
You be mad as hell. And your jaw hurt.
Yeah, no,
And
you
sometimes you
gotta
gotta stop and be like,
want to do it.
No, not to me. I think that's a problem though. When a guy is like purposely trying
To
not
last
to
long.
nut so they can last forever, like
Yeah.
giving you lockjaw, like come on.
Yeah.
yeah, that's rude.
That's fucked up.
Or if you like, you know, doing it and they be trying to smash your head.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
god!
like,
or when they try
relax.
to like stick their dick so deep in your throat, that shit hurt, and you be like, "Yo,
Relax.
relax,
Yeah.
you gonna make me bite you."
Yeah.
Or
Not
throw
throw
up.
up on that ass.
Or
Or throw up.
Didn't you
I've
say
heard
that
horror
before,
stories
Gigi?
from
You
some
got you
people.
feel that? You gotta swallow it right
Yeah, I
back up.
swallowed it right back up.
Now,
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Dad.
I mean, you're not gonna throw up on.
I
his
mean, it
dick,
wasn't
right?
like food or anything,
Yeah.
but
It
it
was
was
like
like
the
a lot
little
of
saliva.
yeah, and I swallowed
Oh,
it right
Yeah,
back
I
because
up.
heard some
sometimes
girls just
when
let
they-
that like when it's just saliva,
Mucus.
they let that go.
No, but like when a guy pushes your head too deep sometimes, and you feel it, you got
Like the reflex, the
Bring it
gag
back.
reflex.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
That's sounds like torture to me.
Well,
All right, now we're gonna play a little game. Ladies, JoJo and Kandi, what would you do? We're gonna give you a scenario, and you tell us what would you do in this scenario.
I don't even
You
know
know what I
I'm getting
said?
myself
Listen, you know
into.
what I said when we said we was gonna play this game? I said, "Oh, this gonna be fun with Kandi because y'all know she a little hood. she got that little bit. She got that little bit of hood in her.
All
It's
right.
gonna be fun."
You're about to have sex, and he pulls a bullet out of the drawer. You know the bullet.
Oh, that's the best, but I don't want it to be somebody else's bullet. I'm like, who else did you use
Right.
it on?
So he pulls it out the drawer. It's not in any packaging. Do you flow with it, or do you tell him,
No,
I'm good.
no.
Yeah, nah.
I'll pass.
Who you
No.
been using that on?
Yeah. How long you
Yeah.
had that? Have
And
you
why?
washed it?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Why do you have it? No.
Yeah, no.
So when you get a new partner, you have to buy new sex toys.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, if he's using it, he's got it, like
Right.
if it's my sex toy, I know it's only been used on me. Maybe not.
What if he has a cock ring, right? And he pulls the cock ring out.
No, listen.
It'll still be a little
And
weird.
I need our sex toys that we're
be
going
new.
to enjoy together to be fresh out the pack.
Yeah.
We need to either buy them together,
It's like when you
or
go to the
they
club,
need to
my
be fresh
bottle
out the
can't be sitting on the
exactly.
table.
My bottle
Yeah.
need to be fresh with the seal. I need my cock ring with the seal on it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, nah.
So
Yeah,
so
that's
you would
awkward.
tell him no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no,
we're not using
I'm
that.
cool on that.
Yeah, I don't.
And I would feel disrespected that you even
I
trying
agree,
to.
though. I would feel some type of way
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, like why are you
Yeah.
even
Why you
trying to
think
play
you
me
be
like
like,
that?
Me too.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
that
we
would
don't
type
bother
of
me.
bitch you
Would that
think I
ruin the
am?
moment though? Would you stop?
Yes,
and be like,
absolutely.
why?
I don't
Yes.
give a shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I would be bothered by that.
Yeah.
I'm like, how you just have it in the nightstand? You just been using that on
Yeah.
everybody? Like, what is the?
I mean, it's a bullet, so it's not like he's using it on himself.
Now, what about
So-
lingerie though? Do we buy new lingerie for a guy, or can we use the same lingerie we've been
New
using?
lingerie.
That's not.
No.
That's
What's
not
that?
the same. That's not the
Do
same.
you
though.
think
What's
about that?
the
Y'all
lingerie?
acting like y'all just bought new lingerie for everybody.
Shit, I don't.
Now I'm married
don't
now,
even
but
wear
yeah, I'm
lingerie.
talking about
Past.
prior to marriage. I mean, come on, I wasn't buying new stuff for everybody.
You know,
You
some
know,
men
you
are
got
forewarned.
that one fit that's just your get them girl. You gonna put that on?
Right.
When it's time to put that on.
I've been using this fit since 2002.
Listen, it worked every time. Let me pull out the garter with the attachment and the little stockings, and
Okay.
they love that every time.
All right, so we don't buy new lingerie. Sorry,
No.
guys. All right, now what would you do? He came way too fast. Do you have an attitude? Do you try to get it back up even though it takes a while? Or do you just say fuck it and go to sleep?
I was just telling the story earlier. I did a whole freestyle on this dude when he came like in 2 seconds. I died laughing and then I embarrassed him. Like, dude, like I
His
can
dick will never get hard again.
No, he had to laugh
What did you
with
say?
me. I mean, I was freestyling. I don't know what I said. I was just making it up as I went along. I
That's
was having fun
hilarious.
with
Yeah.
it because
She wrote a whole
I
song
was
about
like
it.
Right.
laughing,
Wrote a
like,
song about it, like,
because
here
he
you
was
go.
supposed to be like
He was
had
talking
a
shit, right?
great reputation about himself. Like everybody was like he was
Gotcha.
just amazing or whatever. And then when he got
Till he
there
got
for
a
that
taste
to
of that
happen,
candy coated.
exactly,
That candy
you
coated
know.
rocket.
But it was like he had been
excited.
anticipating it, so I don't know if I was
We
supposed to
fucking
be
again.
impressed.
We fucking again. I'm not going to sleep. I
That's-
give you a little couple minutes to
Shit, I'm going
get
to
yourself
sleep.
together.
You going to sleep?
Nah.
Mad as
2
hell?
minutes?
It depends on how bad I wanted it.
How bad you wanted it, how tired you are.
Yeah.
I agree. It depends on the day.
Like if
Yeah.
I wanted
If
it
you're
real
drunk,
bad and it was a
right.
disappointment, then we
Yeah.
got to start
Yeah.
over. Hit
Like
the
you
reset
said, like
button.
if he's talking all
But if
this
it was
big
just one of
talk-
them nights where it was just, all
Right.
right, whatever, I can live without it, then I'm gonna just go to
Yeah,
sleep.
like if I'm horny and you
But
talking
I'm
all
gonna
that
feel
talk,
accomplished because anytime a guy come fast, I feel like it was because my shit was just
exactly.
Hey.
Pussy too good.
So
You
is
know?
that really why guys come too fast, or is it because I get sometimes it is anticipation, they're excited, but if you've been with him for a long time, is it that, or is it that he just,
comes fast.
yeah.
If he's always
Sometimes.
coming fast, then he always comes fast.
Mm-hmm.
But there's sometimes where maybe you haven't seen him in a while. He's been missing that pussy. Your shit's a little wetter than it was last time, and he come
I mean,
quick.
that's a different story. Like, I mean, if it's not your first time, obviously, and you know he's
Right.
good for it, but
You
I
don't gotta
know.
give him a
Maybe,
freestyle.
I think in that situation, I just didn't feel like wasting my time. It was just like, okay, you really wasn't.
He got
what I
off then.
expected you to be.
Right.
So is that like okay, it was our first time, I'll never do it again with you?
Yeah, I never did it again with him.
Damn. You can't even get a
Right,
do-over?
yeah.
Yeah, it was
No
not a-
remix to the freestyle.
Yeah,
You
there
know,
was
that's
no.
fucked up because we can come fast and it doesn't matter. But when a guy comes fast, party over for a second.
Well, I feel like if a man can make a woman come fast, then he's amazing because most women don't come fast.
Or at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a guy make you come fast? And it was amazing. Like, damn, how do you do that?
Just straight from the dick or from oral? Because, like, to me,
I
you
come
know,
easier from oral.
Right. I mean, from that, yeah, but so it takes longer if he hasn't eaten it first.
But what's come fast for women?
Like for you, like let's just say, damn, I didn't expect to come so fast.
But what's fast? Like for you, what do you think as a woman coming fast? Like in
for
5
me?
minutes? 10
Yeah, like
minutes?
5 minutes is fast.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes
is
for a
super
guy
fast.
in sex is a long time for
Yeah.
him.
For him.
It's
3
like, damn,
minutes
I
and he
lasted
already
long.
coming, right?
Yeah, 5 minutes. He think he was in that thing for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
No, that was only 5.
I think I could come off head quicker than I could being penetrated, but it does take me a while to come. Mm-hmm. That's just me.
I used to be able to come off of just what do you call it, fingering?
Really?
Yeah, you never came from getting fingered. I haven't been fingered in a while,
Maybe
so I don't know what
once
that's like
or
anymore.
I think I might have when I was like
When I was younger,
really young
Yeah.
in the movie theater.
in the movie theater.
It was like, that's the movie.
was
Getting
long
finger
time
was
popped
that
in the
boring?
movie theater by my hood nigga boyfriend. But my mom thought I was at cheerleading practice.
Hook him up with JoJo.
I'm done with y'all.
You don't-
Watch
so
me.
you-
Next year, I'm gonna show up.
Next year.
She gonna have her.
Yes, every year I come back
We in
over here. You know what
March.
I'm saying?
Okay, now what would you do?
You right, March.
You're in bed with somebody, you've had a long, hard day, right? And you've been around other people all day, and you call your man the wrong name by accident. But it wasn't because you were really thinking about somebody else. It's just you had a lot going on during that day. Maybe you were thinking about somebody you have to be in the studio with, da-da-da-da-da. And it just slips out because you just...
That's
Say
never
that.
happened to me.
Yeah, that's never happened to me. That's awkward.
That is.
what
You
would
know
you
why
do?
though? Why I think that would never happen to me? Because I don't ever call him by his name unless
You say
I'm mad
baby?
at him. I say babe. Yeah.
You just call
So-
everybody babe. Okay. I feel you.
Hey, babe.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me, but I do. I
Candy's
do
like,
think I thought
never.
about that. I thought about that before.
But
That
I've never
I was
thought about
like,
it,
bro,
right?
if that ever slips, that would be bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
What can you do in a
It's like,
situation
imagine
like that?
if
Has anybody ever called you the wrong name?
Exactly.
No.
I would get up.
I would be
So.
pissed.
I definitely called somebody the wrong name once, but I was drunk.
Oh,
That's
God.
different.
You
During sex, you called them the wrong name.
I
During
definitely
sex.
did, and I didn't
Ooh.
realize it till the next day. I was thinking about it. I was like, oh shit, I'll call him.
During sex?
He
No, that-
didn't
nothing
say
to
or
you?
do anything.
He didn't say nothing.
He probably was
You think he
in
heard
mid
you?
stroke. Like who the hell is
It was
Brian?
a rough night though, because we were very drunk. That was the same night I lost my tampon, and I
Wait,
This is the
what?
tampon night.
yeah.
Wait, how you lose your tampon?
You got to explain this.
No, so I thought, okay, so I had my period, and I woke up in the morning, and I was like, I had sex, and then I was like, where's my tampon? And so he went looking for it. I looked for it. I thought it was like stuck in me, so I went to the doctor. But they said I must have took it out. I don't know what happened.
So it's still missing.
Oh, wait.
Still in me, no.
Okay, wait.
Were you at his
So
house?
wait, y'all was in a serious relationship or something?
No, so he
So
was.
you let him knock it down?
Well, no, he was somebody I had dealt with when I was younger.
Okay.
And then it was like a revisiting of the situation. So we knew each other for like 10 years.
So
And
you,
so we had
you
sex
gave him a
again.
heads up that it was gonna be a little
messy.
messy.
I don't think I did. I was drunk.
Oh,
But I feel
God.
like if you guys were both drunk and you don't remember the tampon, then he probably doesn't
Don't
remember the
remember
other
the
name.
name.
either.
Exactly.
He don't
He
remember the
helped
other
me
name.
out.
Exactly.
Couldn't find it.
Yeah.
No, the name thing. Like he
Yeah.
didn't probably remember.
He
the
didn't
name
even
thing.
care. Yeah,
He probably
was
didn't
too
even.
drunk.
It
He
went over
probably
his
didn't
head.
hear. Yeah.
He
But that
probably
is
found
awkward.
that tampon up under the bed, all cruddy and lint balled up.
Yeah, now how often does that happen though? You know,
Right.
all those times when you started having sex while you're on your period, and then the
I had a
tampon-
guy pull my tampon out before.
Oh,
did?
hell
Yeah.
no.
Nah.
He
Yeah,
only loves you.
I don't
if
even
you
want
did
you
that.
to
You
see.
got me beat.
I don't even want you
Yeah.
to see my tampon. Like,
yeah, he pulled it out.
Nah, my homegirl was telling me that she had hooked up. She was hooking up with this one guy, right? And she was like, "No, I'm on my period." He's like, "I don't give a fuck." Pulled out the tampon and ate her out. On
Okay,
her
he didn't
period.
do
Well,
all
I mean,
that.
I done had somebody
He
eat me
ate
out
me
on
with the
period.
tampon in.
Yeah. See, now that's crazy.
He
Oh,
ate my
yeah.
pussy with the tampon in and then pulled the tampon out.
They
so that
don't
we could
have to
sex.
put their tongue in the
In the hole, right.
They just at the
at
top.
the top. Yeah.
Sometimes what if a clot falls down?
blood clot.
Well, jeez.
Does it depend on how heavy your period is though? It has to depend on that.
Well, I think when you're like in the mood, it's you gotta like
Yeah,
stop
just like when you
yourself.
get in the shower.
Yeah.
It kind
Yeah.
of like holds back a little bit.
It holds back. The period be like, hold on, she getting something.
right.
I ain't gonna come out just yet.
That's what it
Let me
seems
fall
like.
back.
I ain't never been through that.
You haven't?
No,
You never had sex on your period?
no, I have.
Okay.
I have. Nobody has ever aimed me out on my period.
Yeah, me
Okay.
either.
I've had that
Ever.
a couple times.
Yeah, I had a guy. He just did not care.
Wow.
But only
Even
guys
when
done
I
it to me
care,
with my
he just
tampon
did not
in.
care.
Yeah.
Really?
You said what?
I said a guy's only ate me out on my period with a tampon in.
Yeah.
Like around that part.
I've
Look
had it
at all
happen
these nasty
without.
guys in here. Like, yep. You said what?
I've had them to eat me out with or without it.
Sheesh.
I've never had that. I've never had anybody eat my pussy on my period.
Oh, I thought you
I'm
were
listening.
serious.
I've had sex on
And
my
you know
period,
how
but
you know how
Right.
horny you are on your period?
yeah.
Yeah, you should try it.
I think I've never had a guy say like, "Oh yeah, let me still eat your pussy."
Yeah.
Like they'll say, "Let's fuck," but never like, "Let me eat your pussy on your period." Is that something you
They don't
insinuate or them?
necessarily say it. They just
Do it.
There's a lot of things I think that work better if you don't say it.
If
in
you
the
don't
bedroom.
say it.
You just kind of have to like,
Because me, I'd
Yeah,
be like,
I've
yo,
never-
hold on, my period.
right.
But do they know you on your period, or they just go down and you like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
they
I gotta."
know.
Yeah, I've never had a guy even
Like you can't,
attempt.
ask, you can't ask a guy certain things. Like you can't be like, let me put my finger in your butt. You gotta just
Right.
do it.
You have to just do it.
Oh no, I ain't sticking my finger in no dude's butt. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm surprised at you, Kandi. I look at you as somebody with.
I know everybody
dungeon.
thinks I've done everything. I'm not sticking fingers in nobody's butt. I
Why?
don't want shit on my finger. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe what if he had a colonoscopy? Is that what it's called?
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
or
still
enema.
don't. I don't want my finger.
What if
his
he's on a
butt.
good diet?
So wait, am I the only one that's
Vegan.
never stuck a finger in
I've
somebody's
never
butt?
stuck a
No,
finger in
I've
anybody's
never
butt.
done
I've done it.
But
You said it like you done it
No, I
plenty of
haven't. I
times.
haven't.
but has somebody asked you?
No, nobody's ever asked me.
Yeah.
that.
Somebody has asked me before and I didn't do it.
All the
Good.
guys
Damn.
I've dated, they
But
like,
does that
I don't
mean
want
they're
nothing
gay?
close
Is
to
he
my
on Love and
ass.
Hip Hop?
A lot of guys
No,
like to do it.
I'm playing with you.
He's a rapper, but he's not loving him
A
out.
rapper asked you to put a
Yeah.
finger. Damn, he must have really trusted you.
Yeah.
Did you do it?
No.
Why?
But it made me think at the back of my head, I was like, does he like boys?
How did he?
No, he
ask
doesn't like
you?
boys. That's where his
How did he
G spot
ask
is
you?
at.
Okay, well, let me say this. You know, seeing as though I have a sex toy line, that is the new thing. We have toys actually for the male prostate, you know, gland
like
or
a
whatever.
Pulling up. Listen, I'm pulling
Yeah,
up
so
a
there
thing
are
right
a
now.
lot of people who like to do male penetration and they're not gay apparently.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and I'm not
me
against somebody, you know,
Right.
whatever. I'm just saying I personally haven't done that. You know what I mean?
I've never
So,
done it.
But don't you test all your toys?
I don't test all
I'm
of
playing
them.
with you.
I test a lot of them, but I don't test
So
all
if
of them.
somebody asked you, you would say no.
You said if
If a
well,
guy
you're having
I'm
sex with-
married now.
She's married.
Chris
Yeah.
Todd, damn it.
Yeah.
Right. Let's say if Todd asked you.
Todd
He
would not ask
wouldn't
me.
ask
Would
me
you-
that.
would
Like,
you stop
said
and be
if
like-
I wasn't married and I was still
Yeah,
dating or whatever,
right.
would I do? Would I?
If they asked you, let's say you're in the middle of fucking. And
Let's
he
say
asked,
they were like,
'cause
let's
that's
try
what
your
happened
toy
to me.
out.
I was in the middle. I was like, wait, what?
It would throw
How did
me
he
off.
say it?
He was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Put your finger in my ass. I was like,
Wow.
hold up.
It would
That's
throw
a-
me off. But
See, I've
mind
never
you,
done
that
I
threw me
do-
off a little bit.
I
was
do
like,
know chicks that do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he asked nice
Gigi?
and
Gigi's
thuggish.
like,
Gigi.
Yo, you
I'm
stick your
gonna
finger
do
in my
it.
butt.
But is it?
Do you wait? Okay, so let me ask you this because I've asked my friend this before. Do you just go on and do it without asking him, or you give him warning?
You kind of like inch towards it and see if they are receptive of it, and then you kind of
jump
lead
in-
off of like body language. Like if he like goes for the nudge, or if he like moves his balls out the way to let you get there, then that's a sign like
He's
I'm
like,
with
let
the
me
shit.
just slide to
Yeah.
the side.
No pun
Is that
intended.
also a sign that they've done it before?
facts.
It's a sign that they may have done it before if they
Right.
know that they like it.
No, but listen, have you ever done it and then they were like, "What the fuck?" Like, have you just
'Cause-
went for it
yeah.
and they ever just like
No,
got
but
mad?
I had somebody kind of like act like they didn't really want me to do it,
But they did.
But they did. But they liked it. But they was kind of like,
And they made a
and
noise
then
that went like this.
eventually- No, shut up. But eventually, they started letting me do it.
Yeah.
See, because that's how I feel. If I've ever tried it with any guy I've dated, I feel like they'd be like, "The fuck is you doing?"
But
And
you
then it'll
haven't
get
tried it.
awkward. You know what I mean? Like,
You haven't
Well,
tried it.
I
haven't tried
know
it.
people that's out there sticking whole toys in dudes' booties.
Yes, and you have a line just for that. So let's go.
There you go.
Why not stick with it?
Facts.
Yeah, it goes down apparently.
But you like, what about on you?
No, I don't want them sticking theirs in my booty either. I'm just saying, like, I'm just like, that's just not my thing.
But if-
I'm not against it.
Have
If
you tried it,
I don't
though?
judge nobody else.
Have
Huh?
you tried it to know you don't
I
like
tried
it?
it one time in my life, and it felt like an enema.
Right.
I was like, I never want to do this
Yeah.
again. If it made me feel like,
But
I
if
had
a guy
to
asked
doo-doo
you,
immediately,
would you automatically think like he has fucked a guy before?
If he
Would
actually
that
put,
co-
it,
yeah, would you have
No.
any type of thought like, oh, you know,
I mean,
He's
I would
got-
just
I
think
would
like,
ask those
he's kind of
questions.
freaky. I mean, I wouldn't automatically assume
that wouldn't be your first assumption.
If they wanted you to stick their finger in the booty. Yeah, I wouldn't make that my first assumption because actually, a male G spot is
Right.
Is
He might just
in-
like it.
Is you reach it from?
So why
that
most
area.
guys don't want it?
Because they feel
Because
weird.
they feel
The
that it's too
misconception.
gay.
Yeah,
It's the
because that's
misconception.
the whole, you know,
Right.
people, that's all people always put out there that, oh,
Right.
if you want
You
somebody
right.
to touch your booty, you gay.
And they're scared they're going to love it.
They do
Yeah.
love it.
I would think you a freak if you asked me like,
That's the first thing you're thinking.
yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, he likes to try things.
See, I've never been asked to do it. Like they don't say like,
Yeah.
can you
Well,
lick my
JoJo's
butt
been
or
asking.
can you?
Yeah,
Let's
Gino
try
just
it.
takes
Not
it.
to me,
Somebody asked me. I'm not taking
Licking
shit.
Now listen, let's be clear.
You think
Licking the
licking
ass
is-
is totally different to me than
Okay.
sticking
I mean,
the
but
finger in.
sometimes that's the start. Like
Yeah, if
sometimes
he like a tongue, he like a finger.
I'm
damn
talking
it.
about that's how I get there.
not true.
That's how
I think
sometimes
so.
I get there from
finger
the,
is
to the
way
finger.
longer than my tongue.
I think
like,
if you like a tongue, he like a finger.
Would
So-
you
Sometimes-
rather-
my finger is not as soft as my tongue.
So would you
either.
rather eat a guy's ass or finger him?
I'd rather eat his ass. than
Yeah,
his
me
finger.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
How about you, G?
Yeah, I'd rather eat it than finger him, but the cherry on the Sunday is when I get to do both. It's like an
Wait,
empowerment
what?
thing.
Cheerio on the
Listen,
Sunday.
if I can do both,
Why would you have Cheerios on your Sunday?
the cherry on the Sunday, like the cherry
Oh,
on
the
top of the
cherry.
Sunday, the cherry, not Cheerios,
Philly
not
accent broke
cereal,
through.
not cereal. No, like okay, I'm gonna be with my mouth and I'm there, and if I can stick the finger, like if I can go the next step and get the finger there too, like bingo.
Okay, this is my question. Have you ever had shit come out
No.
on your finger?
No.
First
First of all, I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
Okay,
You just do the
wait.
tip.
I'm not sticking my entire
agree.
finger up
Tip.
there.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
just
so
like
it's a
this
difference
much of
just
your
a little
finger,
bit.
just
Digging
to
in his
massage
butt.
that one
What happens
spot.
if your nails are this long?
Okay, I don't wear nails.
But what happens?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I
it's
don't wear
not for
nails.
you,
I haven't
Jojo.
worn
It's not
nails
for
since I was
you.
15 years
We
old.
might
That would
scrape
be
some
the
voodoo.
move.
under
It's not
those.
the move.
I don't think so either.
Okay,
But
cool.
let's
I'm
be
okay
clear
with it.
for the people listening and everybody in the room. It's not the entire finger. It's about up to that one little first line, like that part. And it's because when you go in there, it's a little ridge and that's the spot.
You
So
like
if you
a,
get in there and you
a
can
butt
massage that
expert.
spot,
Yeah,
they
you're a
go
buttologist.
insane. I'm telling you what happens.
If you push your
You're
finger
not
in
just
there, he's
like-
a freak. That's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know there was a ridge.
It's a hook. You got to hook it.
Yeah, it's a,
How did you initially say, I'm gonna go and stick my finger up his ass? Like what started it?
the way he was busting it open for me to goddamn put my
Busting
tongue in
it
there, I
open.
felt
She
like,
knew,
let me see
right.
if I could poke it too.
Oh, okay.
That nigga was
But
busting
Gigi also
I feel like
like
he was
guys.
implying
He's
like
busting it
keep
open.
going.
Keep going,
Yeah,
right.
that's what. When
That's
Gigi
what I'm
also
saying.
likes when guys are on all fours.
when you
Yeah,
She likes for
does.
guys to be
When
on all
you
fours.
get-
Like
When he
she
busts
does.
it open for real. That's busting it open for
She do
real.
like it. She said it feel powerful.
it's so powerful to have a man in that position.
Oh my God.
And it's great if he's on all fours and then he look back at you. Like,
I haven't had nobody look back. You know, Angela like to start shit.
No.
I haven't had nobody look back.
We
at
was
me.
So
talking
wait,
about-
have you ever stuck a toy in a man's?
No,
Oh,
no, I haven't. I haven't.
but
I-
you should. Somebody
asked
Kandi
me.
has some. that
Somebody
you can-
asked me to years ago, and I just wasn't to that level of my freakness yet.
Did he
so
have the
So
toy?
yeah, you do?
No. Years ago, somebody asked me to. Like, I want you
Wait,
to.
I'm gonna ask you this question. What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
Kill someone.
I guess
Having
like,
somebody on all
I didn't say
I
something
guess
freaky
like
from Gigi.
five girls and one guy.
Five
like
girls
all-
and one guy.
Everybody. 6 people in one bed. That's not freaky.
Not in Atlanta. That's a lot.
I wasn't in Atlanta, first of all.
Yeah, in Atlanta.
Hey, hold on. Y'all gotta get to Atlanta.
That's
Hold
a Tuesday night in Atlanta.
I think having a guy on all fours is pretty freaky.
And
Well,
she sucked
yeah.
his dick from the back.
Yeah.
That's normal.
So, dick balls and asshole
dick
all
from the
in
back,
one
that's
swipe.
like you pull all the nerves down to the bottom when you do it. I've been told
I've so
that's,
I
But is
that's
he on
an
all
awesome thing to
fours?
do. You
On
should try
all fours,
it.
though?
suck a dick from the back.
On all fours,
never
though?
done
Is
that.
he
Suck a
on
dick
all
from the
fours?
back.
Suck a
telling
dick
you.
from the back.
He'll love
Yes.
it.
Or what if he has his legs tight together while you suck it from the back?
Yes,
And then
and
the
it's-
friction.
Well, first of all, if you ever tried to
Right, explain, Tisha.
like if a guy's laying down, let's say he's laying down and you just come up from behind and pull it down and just like put your face. He's automatically, if he's one of those guys that don't come from near my ass, he's automatically gonna try to squeeze his leg together. You guys just
Keep going.
keep going, and then he's gonna just go crazy
'Cause
He's
it's gonna feel
look-
good.
Yeah.
You know what would be amazing at that point when you're doing that?
What?
To put one of your toys in his butt at the same time.
Yeah.
Can you
Squeeze those
imagine
cheeks.
the double feel of that?
He's gonna
DP for
squeeze
guys.
those cheeks.
I can only imagine.
The double
But,
feel.
I don't know. I think for me, it's not really the idea of, emasculating him or anything like that. I just feel like a lot of guys aren't clean. I don't want to just stick my finger in their butt because I don't know what you're going to get out of there.
Right.
Okay, I feel
Yeah.
you on that. I don't like things in my butt. That's why I've never been into butt play.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That to be
Now,
truthful, that's the-
maybe if I liked it for myself,
Right.
maybe I would be more down, but I don't want them returning the favor
I
on
still
me.
have
But
I've
I
done
feel
anal.
like
I'm
the
scared.
feeling that we get from it and the feeling that they get from it is totally different because we don't have that same anatomy. We don't have that spot there
It's
that
true.
they do.
But a friend of mine told me that another way that you can like kind of tease that spot, it may not give them the same exact feeling. But okay, so
The taint.
the taint. Like, but if you like as you're giving them head, if you take your finger and you rub
And
on
press.
that
The
spot,
perineum.
Yeah.
press and like rub it while you giving him head, he's still gonna
He'll
feel it.
explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna love it. And then worst coming worst, you stick your finger.
That's the soft porn
not
version.
Your finger, but stick your tongue in.
That's the soft porn version of getting there.
Is there anything that you haven't done that you want to do? That you could think of? Like, I haven't tried this, but I've always wanted to. Maybe on our anniversary.
I want to fuck on a plane.
You know what? I've
Like a
always
private
wanted
jet.
to
Did you see that video on Instagram?
take a boat out into the middle of the ocean where you only see water and fuck right there on the front of the boat. Mm-hmm. That's what I
That'd
want.
be
That's
nice.
cool.
Yeah.
That's
That'd be
fire.
nice.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do that in Miami.
Listen.
Facts.
Jojo
No,
might have done
Pull
that.
up to the
Listen.
sandbarge and get it popping.
Now you ain't seen that video on Instagram. I seen 50 Cent posted it.
What?
You didn't see of the two people fucking in the plane, like literally in the general seating. You did not see that?
That's
No.
I'm
think
gonna
I
send
did.
it to you
Fucking in
tomorrow.
coach?
In the general seating, they were in the last
Did
row.
they get
Fucking in
arrested?
coach?
Is that like,
By the bathroom?
People were recording.
isn't that
them.
like public
you
indecency
get
or some
arrested for
shit?
that?
Were they drunk?
I'm gonna send it to all of y'all
Please
tomorrow.
send
I'm
it.
gonna
Where was
find
the
that
flight
shit and send it
attendant?
to.
I would be
Right.
ringing the
It was
thing
going
like,
to
"Excuse me,
Europe."
Oh, that's a long flight too.
That's a long flight. It was going to
couldn't
Europe.
hold that
They
one.
couldn't
There's two
get it.
white people in the last row.
Just fucking.
Yeah,
Why they just go to the bathroom?
Regular
the
seating.
bathroom's small, but
everybody
Now, see,
was
no, I don't want
recording.
to do that.
Were they
but
in the middle?
PJ.
No, they was in the window.
Oh my
In the
God.
window, like in the corner.
in the
Was she
corner. And that's the
riding
worst seat on the
That's
plane. The
The
seat don't
girl
even
was
lean
on top
back.
of the guy. He was just sitting
That's-
regular
that's
in the seat,
uncomfortable.
and the girl was
Straddling
on
him.
top.
that's uncomfortable.
And that's also embarrassing with people around. That's never
Maybe
Not
that's
necessarily.
embarrassed.
Some people like to be watched.
on the plane.
No, thank
though?
you.
But I don't want
On the
to. I don't want
plane?
to.
Like, I'll have what she's having.
You don't know those people. Why would I mean? You don't know them.
But people are recording you.
Yeah.
They say everybody's
I mean,
recording.
50
clearly-
posted that. That shit was viral. I'm surprised you guys didn't
And
see
why
it.
was
I think I did see it.
I've never seen that.
He was on the other row.
I don't know. I feel like they want it to be seen.
Probably.
I
Of
think people
course.
get off on people watching them.
Some people do. I agree.
I mean, have you ever been to a sex club? Like,
I've never been. I'm gonna come to your show though.
what? Oh, yeah, you should come to the
I'm
performance,
coming
but
to
we're
that.
not having actual sex there.
Some people did in
But
the
I'm
front
talking
line.
about a place where people are having
a
actual
swingers
sex.
club.
Like,
People
the
did.
swingers club.
Yeah,
What's
like
the name?
trapeze.
Trapeze. Yeah. But if you come to Atlanta, we should all go to trapeze.
So wait,
You don't have to
do you
participate,
walk
right?
in and
You can
everybody
just
just
go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
watch.
just watch.
You just watch people fucking?
Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Or you could participate.
Would that make
It's
you
your
horny?
choice.
Got you.
Yeah.
Would that
It
make
probably
you horny?
depends what they look like.
It can.
It can.
Or you could just
Or you could
enjoy
be laughing.
watching.
So you can
Yeah,
just
some
walk
people
in and be
laugh.
Because
like, I
guess
want to
what?
join?
These be regular, schmegular Amy and Joseph's. Like, they be regular people. It don't be like sexy people or, you know what I'm saying? It just be like regular.
Like real sex.
Yeah,
used to
just
be.
like regular people. So it's kind of like you're not going to be turned on.
So you're going with your partner. So would you care if, for example, because it'd be a bunch of married people, right?
Not all the time.
But like couples.
It could be.
No, it's not always couples.
No.
Basically, like their rules are men can't come in alone. So as long as they come in with a woman, it doesn't have to be
Right.
their girlfriend. They
Right.
can,
Okay.
you
And
know,
as
they
many
can-
women can be there as
they
you
want.
want.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. So it's just, I know people that go for birthday. The first time I went, it was one of my homegirls' birthdays, and she had like wanted a whole group of people to go. So it was like a gang of us went, and that's always
What's
weird
yours?
when you go with a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people that you know because nobody really want to be too
Right.
much of a friend.
Everybody-
So you
Right.
feel like all self conscious until the night goes on.
Until
and
you
then
have some
finally-
drinks.
Yeah, somebody loosens up. But
Right.
Yeah, it's weird when you go with too many people you know.
And then the next day y'all gotta act like nothing happened.
Right.
Girl, what you doing today?
Nah, then y'all fall out, and she was
Right.
like, because she be.
She
soon
stuck that
as
old
y'all-
white man
Right.
dick in the club.
First thing they gonna throw in your face.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm
second thing.
telling you.
That's true. That's a fact.
All right, now let's just say you're with a guy, right? And he doesn't like to get too wild, but you want to loosen him up. what are some things that you can do? Because there's a lot of conservative guys out there too that don't necessarily want to experiment. They don't want to have fun. How can you get him to just experiment and try different things? Like maybe guys don't like to try toys sometimes. Sometimes they don't like to do things like talk during sex. They don't like to dress up. It's hard to get guys to want to do those things if they have a certain type of
to pull them out of their comfort zone. Yeah. Well, and for me, I mean, I always tell people with the toy situation, you never want to start with something big. You want to start with something small. So, like, say for instance, with Bedroom Candy, we had like the little lipsticks or whatever.
I have that.
Yeah, most guys are not going to be intimidated by that.
By a lipstick,
They're not
right.
going to feel like you're trying to replace them. It's always the guys that want to be all extra macho. It's like, what do you need that for? Well, you got
I'm
me.
here. I'm
Right.
right
You know,
here.
so when it's like that little lipstick, they think that's cute, whatever. So you do something like you give him head one day and you have your toy while you playing with your clit while you doing it. He's gonna get off on that, like, you know, be all extra with it, like you just so turned on while you sucking his dick and playing with yourself. And then all of a sudden you put the vibration under his balls while you giving him head. He's gonna like it, okay? And then that's his first introduction. And then after that you can
gotta
try
ease
something
it
else.
in.
Or either like let him eat you out while he's let him, you know, have the little lipstick on there, because he's not gonna feel weird about it. It's a
You
lipstick.
gotta show him
Right.
it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Like,
and
this is
then
pleasure.
when he see how you come so hard from him eating you and using that at the same time, he's gonna be like, oh, okay, this is
This
pretty
my new
cool.
friend.
Yeah.
Right.
What about for toys on guys? Like, how can we get them to want to be more cool about that?
I think the rings are good. for
I
guys.
always hear how great the cock ring is, but I don't know
Never
anybody
tried
who
it.
wants to use, like, guys are nervous about that.
I think for me, I'm really vocal. Like I'll tell you what I like, and I'll tell you what I want to do to you, and I know you're gonna enjoy that.
Go ahead,
You
tell
know,
us, Avian.
What sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
I knew it.
tell us what. Tell her. Pretend we're a guy. Okay.
Right.
Tell us what you like.
You look really quiet now. It'd be the quiet
Nah,
ones.
I'm a
Let's
freak.
do a little
Yeah.
role play. Tell
the
us what you
quiet
like.
ones.
Oh my gosh, you put me on the spot. I don't know. It's like
You
like
know.
I like to talk during sex.
Okay.
So like if I'm riding you, I'm gonna ask you like, you like this pussy? I'll tell you like this pussy's good, and you know, shit like that. And like if you eating my pussy, I'm gonna tell you like, yeah, go down, or like stick your finger. I'm very vocal.
Okay.
And I think like guys like that because they want to know how you like to get pleased, and then that turns them on. So I think for me, it's just having those conversations. Like if we talking about sex toys, I would say, hey, have you tried this? Yeah, that makes me really wet. You know, and I think guys would enjoy it if it pleases
Knows that
you.
you're being pleased.
Yeah.
by
So it's
it.
just about easing them into like knowing that, hey, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just pleasure for me and for you. And they'll be more open to it. But there are a lot of guys that are extremely conservative, and I think it's more of a shy thing.
Right.
So
Because they never tried it. Sometimes I'd be like, who the hell did you date before me?
yeah, exactly.
I'd be
Like,
thinking that. I'm like,
who's
you
this
don't
basic pussy you was fucking?
Right. They just be having regular old sex.
Yeah.
That's boring.
All right, Jojo, what about you in the bedroom? Because we haven't really gotten into that.
Oh God, pick on me. What about it?
So what do you like? Are you very vocal?
I am, but I know I act crazy, and y'all probably think that I'm like, I need somebody to be more aggressive with me. I be chilling. I'm more of the chill person.
They have to
You need to be
initiate.
tame.
Yeah, like I need somebody real aggressive to be with me because I'm not the one to be like, let's try this, let's do that. No, I need him to do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
And what if he doesn't? You
Right.
never taking charge?
That's why, like, I can't date like a guy that is just like, I need somebody that's aggressive. If you're not aggressive, it's not gonna work out.
But what if he is aggressive, but his last partner wasn't that interesting in the bed, so he doesn't really know any like new skills, or you know what I mean? Because there are guys like that could have a big dick and they have
Not
a
know
good
what to
stroke
do with
game,
it.
but all the girls
the
that
worst.
they had sex with were kind of whack.
Yeah, and a lot of guys with big dicks ain't really that great at using them.
And
I
that's
That's
the
true.
worst.
I'd rather have a medium dick or a smaller
That
that
can
can
work,
use it than a
yeah.
big ass dick.
Because
sound
it's like a waste.
My mom always said, I'd rather be tickled than stabbed.
That is true. That is
But
true.
you know what? My thing is, I feel like, you know, some guys don't realize that all women aren't the same. That the same trick doesn't work on every
right.
woman. So personally, I feel like if a woman doesn't speak up or let it be known what she wants, then a lot of times you'll end up not being pleased.
Dissatisfied. Mhm.
And you'll just end up having sex just
Yeah.
to please him. him
Right.
and not to please yourself.
Because a lot of
Right.
guys
That's not
think
fun.
that just penetrating you is pleasing you, and
No.
that's not really the case all the time.
No.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about during sex? Do you really just focus on what's happening right then and there, or do y'all be thinking about other things?
I had to think of a real freaky situation. You know, I like, you know, in my head it's like a whole bunch of freaky ass shit going on.
Really, during sex?
If it's just a plain, if there's a regular moment like a quickie, it's just like I have to have like a freak porno movie going on in my head.
That's because you're a creative.
Is that what it is?
I think so. You think about porns you've watched, or things that have happened in the past, or things that you.
Yeah, just a freaky situation that, you know, maybe I heard or that I want to try.
Like, give us an example of what's a freaky situation.
Oh, well, shit. She just said she had 5 people in the room.
Yeah, that's
So she's
crazy.
like, I've been thinking about that.
That is crazy.
People. I'm like, okay,
5
let me
girls.
see. Imagine in my head who the 6th would be.
Damn.
But yeah, it would be like some more crazy shit going on.
Gigi, okay, so when you did that situation, right?
It was so
happen?
random.
How did
It
it
was so random. It was so random.
Who initiated?
So it was this guy that was just like, he was so cool with all of us, and that we used to call him girlfriend. Like, that was his code name, like nickname girlfriend, because he was just like one of the girls. He was a guy, like everything about him was guy, but it was just, he was squad. Like, he just be around all the time. He was just the homie. And one night we was just all out drinking, and then we went back to the house to like smoke and chill or whatever. And then one person started popping off in the corner, 2 girls, and then it just, everybody just,
How did it get to 6?
You and,
because we were all just chilling.
Right.
but had you and your girls had sex together before or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's
Has
a
anyone
different-
had
going
sex
down.
with him in the
No,
He was like,
none
I'll
of
be
us
the
had ever
girlfriend.
had sex with him. But he kept trying to talk to my one friend, and she was just like, he too cool with all of y'all. Like, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, he y'all homeboy. Like, I don't want to date him.
So how were
and he
people-
kept all night trying to get at this one girl.
So
And
they
then
started.
2 of my friends just started like kissing or whatever in the corner, and then
Right.
we like, what y'all over there doing?
How was the rotation?
It wasn't, I mean, it was so long ago, I don't really remember every detail, but I do remember that it was a lot of like everything going on. Like, I think out of the 5 girls, he might have fucked at least 3. He didn't fuck me, but he might have fucked at least like 3 of the 5 girls. And he definitely fucked the girl that he was trying to get with all night.
And how
Well, it
was it
worked
the
out.
next day? Everybody was just cool, like nothing.
Like, nothing ever happened.
He ain't
don't
never
think
tried
I
to
could
hang out
do
with y'all
that.
again.
It
I
never
ain't gonna
happened.
lie.
I mean,
Yeah.
he
I don't
still
think
was
I can do that.
girlfriend. Like,
Well, did he continue to kick it with the chick?
yeah, that didn't work out.
Oh,
I could have told you that.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Yeah, they first time was with 6 other people. I mean, how could she
Right.
even equal up to that
Right.
Yeah,
after
that
that?
didn't work
Well,
out.
JoJo, you never had like a threesome or nothing?
A threesome, yeah, but that's like the most. I mean, I couldn't imagine like 5 other people. Like, how does it work out? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Were you too jealous, you think? Or were you jealous during the threesome? Like, who was
oh no,
jealous
I
of the-
was fucked up. No, I wasn't jealous because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, we never saw the girl again. Like, it's not that serious.
They say that's how it has to work. You got to pick somebody,
Yes.
and then
See, for me, it's like if
But
you
see, the
cheat.
thing about that
Angela,
is,
have you
it's-
ever done a threesome?
no, I haven't.
So you be quizzing everybody on all these things you
Yeah.
haven't done. Is
I
that
am
what's
the
happening
puppet
I'm
here?
not
master.
attracted to women though. That's really why.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, okay.
So I've never had a threesome.
But what if
I've-
your boyfriend is like, can we please have a threesome? Are you gonna say
my
no?
boyfriend brought it up early on, like, "Hey, have you ever?" I was like, "No." He was like, "So would you?" I was like, "No," and then he never asked me again.
So
I
you
think
just
it's a
would
touchy
never.
thing.
No, I just don't like women, so I don't want to like force myself to do something just
Right.
because he wants
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah, I don't think that's the move. I feel like, and you know, I hate when people be like, "Oh, you're doing that for him." No, I did it because I wanted to do
Yeah,
it.
if you
want
Like,
to do
I
it,
feel,
go
I,
for
I
it.
feel
I
like
think-
only do it if that's something that you wanted to
you
try.
wanna
to
do
do.
I think for
I
me,
feel
Never do it
like
for a
I'm
man.
a cornball because I don't want to do it, but I just
Right.
no, if that's not
Nah.
what you
Yeah.
like,
I think
then
for
it's not
me,
what
I'm
you
not.
like.
I'm not into women. Like I've always been with men, so I've never had a threesome. But I'm a freak. I like to get freaky.
So you would do it.
I would do it if I really was in a mood to. It's not something that I'm like, okay, tomorrow let's try it. Like it has to be
The moment.
But here's the
and
thing,
I think
though.
I would do it somewhere where we'll never see this bitch again. Like we're not having a
Right.
threesome with some bitch in
With your
Jersey.
friend.
Like
Right.
we gonna go to a whole we gonna go to a whole other country. I'm gonna pick the person and then we just gonna go about our business and never see her again.
What about 2 guys?
No,
That's
I
too
don't
much
think that's
work.
happening.
no,
That is too much work.
no.
But why do they say that when you are in a relationship and you start having threesomes, it ruins your relationship? Is that real?
No.
Nah, I don't agree.
Depends
You think
on
it's
the
the
couple.
opposite?
It
Depends
depends
on
Does
the
it help
couple.
your relationship or does it ruin it?
I don't
Again,
agree.
I need clarity.
Like Kandi said, you do it because you want to do it. Like I have threesomes because I want to have threesomes, not because he want to have threesomes. Like and it'll be sometimes where
It
I'll
just
be
works
like,
out for him.
let's do this tonight, or let's do this weekend, or let's call this girl, call her over. Like it'll be me to initiate it. So
Yeah.
And he'd
so-
be like,
you don't
oh,
ever
damn
think
it, fine.
you don't think that guys get
Yeah,
carried
if you
away
say
though?
so.
I think it
I
depends
feel
on
like
the
a guy
couple.
will get carried away thinking that it's okay to do certain shit.
No,
Depends
I
on the
think
couple.
you,
Well,
it
see, I've
depends
had
on
that
who you're in a
happen in the
relationship
past.
with.
Yeah.
I've had the guy go back and fuck the girl
Really?
behind my back.
Right.
That's what
yeah,
I'm
but I was
saying.
fucking his sister, so I don't even care.
But see,
You have a lot
Gigi is ruthless.
Yeah, Gigi is a
I
freak
would have a
elite.
sidebar conversation.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
so it do bring all the extra shit.
I mean, case by case scenario.
Yeah, I think it depends on the
on the
person
relationship.
and the
And the
understanding.
person. Yeah.
And some people have rules like when they do threesomes, like okay, you can't he can't have intercourse with her, but he could do other stuff. Like they have
Yeah,
rules.
I had a threesome with a couple before, and she said she told him that he couldn't eat my pussy, but he did it anyway.
But he could fuck you.
Yeah, she's like you can't eat her, but
Well,
he
why
did
did
it
he follow
anyway
the rules?
because he wanted to.
But why not? Why can't he eat your pussy? But he's
I don't know
fucking
why
you?
that was her rule. That was her rule.
I see. Now I think that's not right. If she gave him a specific thing, like we're gonna have this threesome,
Yeah.
but he should have abided by that. I
Man,
feel like
rules are rules. If
I
I have a
agree.
rule
If
and
you
you
fuck
break
up
the
the
rules,
rules,
oh, it's
right.
gonna
We
be
ain't
hell
ever doing this shit again.
Yeah,
like Gigi, do you have rules? Like do you have rules like other than you can't talk to her outside of when I say so?
and you have to use a condom.
And you gotta
Period.
come
That's what I
with
was
me.
saying.
And you
Yeah.
gotta come
You
with me.
have to
I'll
use
be
it.
tight.
No,
if
I
you
don't care who he
came-
come with. I don't care.
You gotta come
mean,
with me.
That doesn't matter to me.
I think here's the thing. I think
Gigi's a
if
G.
you're trying it for the first time, you're gonna have a whole bunch of rules.
Right.
But I think
Right.
if you've done it multiple times, then that's when you're a little bit loosened up and you
Yeah.
don't have so many rules.
But I think I'd rather make my man come if we having a threesome than
Right.
just like you fuck me, please me, and then I'm sitting there and then she makes
That's
me come.
because
like,
you've
Yeah.
never done it before.
Yeah,
you feel that way if you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want you doing this, I don't want you doing that. But if
Yeah.
you've done it
But
before,
in the
then you
moment-
loosen up.
Like, don't you
You're
come on her
okay.
face. You got to come on my face.
Right. Yeah. No.
You said, yeah. Or don't come in her
Candy's
mouth.
like,
you got to come in
nah.
my mouth.
I remember feeling that way before.
Yeah.
You know, feeling like, oh my God,
I
like
never felt that way.
never.
Yeah.
Well,
I've
you
never
know.
felt like, oh, you got to finish with me.
So
Like,
you're not a jealous girlfriend. What sign are you? I'm
Gemini.
That's why. Y'all Geminis don't give a fuck. That's what it is.
What are you?
That's good. I wish I was like that. I'm a Scorpio. I'm jealous.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
yeah.
Listen, bro,
Scorpios
don't
are
even
crazy.
look at him.
Scorpios
bro.
are very jealous.
Right.
But what about, would you mind,
What are you? Oh, you said Virgo.
I'm a
What?
Capricorn.
I'm a Taurus.
You're a Taurus, yeah.
Would you mind watching your man have sex with somebody else? Like if that was part of it?
If
That
I
is part of
chose
it.
to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like would you want to do that? Is
But that
something
is
that's-
part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, yeah.
But say you're not even participating at all.
Yes, that's part of it. Fuck her. Let me watch.
If you was in the mood for that.
This is a whole new world for you, Avian.
No, I mean, I think if I was
That's some
into
of the
it,
things I think about when I'm masturbating.
I
How
think
he
if
was
I was,
fucking her and I was watching.
yeah, I
like,
think
shit
if
like
I
that.
was into it, I wouldn't mind watching, but I'd still want you to fuck me eventually. And
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
I'd
join
wanna make
in,
you come.
but it don't. I'll sit back and watch for a minute. And let me roll this blunt while you bang her from the back. You know.
That sounds good, right? You know
said
what
that sounds
sounds good?
good.
When you lazy, you be like, yeah, suck his dick. And
Yeah.
I would just
Right.
watch.
Sometimes
I
I
don't feel
need
like
a
doing no
break.
work.
Yeah,
I don't feel
No,
like doing
dead
no
ass.
work.
Don't work.
Listen,
Go for it.
I don't even feel like it. Go ahead, girl.
Go
I
for
feel
it.
like
Go
suck his
home.
dick. And hey, you don't like it too much.
Yeah. Nah,
Love
G don't
that
be giving
shit.
a
I need a
fuck.
break.
Queen.
G don't be giving a fuck.
I'll be needing a break. Okay.
I feel you. I wish I was
Handle
like
my
that.
light work,
I wish I
shawty.
just didn't give a fuck too.
Now, Kandi, have you always been comfortable like talking about sex, or was it something that was a process for you?
I think I've always been comfortable. I was always that friend that, you know, we sit around and I'd be telling them, I'd come back, oh, guess what? You need to try this.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, me and my group of friends, we always talked about sex for years. Like I had like, we called it the movie club. We go out to eat and go to the movies every Friday for like some years. And every week we come back with new stories or whoever dated who, we always talk about it. Like I always had the good jokes or fun stories. Like, yeah.
Because
You know, you have that friend. I have that
Yeah.
friend where it's like I know I'm gonna call her. She ain't
whatever.
gonna judge me about shit.
Yeah.
Facts.
I
Yeah.
feel
You
like
could
Candy's
say
that type of
anything.
I'm
friend.
a
Like,
no
bitch.
judgment zone.
Facts.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah,
she's
me
that type
too.
of friend that's not gonna judge you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is monogamy hard?
No.
Have you always been like a monogamous type of girl? Or was that something that you had to mature into?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely a monogamous person. Like I've never like having like, even I'm talking about now, I'm thinking way back, even if I wasn't in a relationship, I didn't want to have sex with another guy with like close time period. I would feel weird or crazy. Like,
Gotta give my pussy a break in between.
like I don't really want if I'm like messing around with one person, I don't really, even if it wasn't like a relationship, even if it was just a maintenance man, like I'm not really like I didn't really want to just like hook up with somebody else like within the close proximity.
What's a close proximity? Like our friend Avian.
Close proximity?
Have you gotten back in there yet? Cause she's single.
Not yet. Eventually.
Cause you know the rebound rules. Some people feel like I gotta go right back in, go for it, and some people feel like I need to take a
Guys
little
feel
break.
like they need to go right back
Yeah, guys
in.
are more like that. But for girls, sometimes we do that too, and then we be like really
Wait,
miserable
what?
after. Like after you go through a breakup.
Oh no. Now if I was broke up, I'd move right along and date somebody else. Like I didn't
Life
mean
goes
like
on.
I would hold off for like months and months and months before I dated somebody else. No. Like if it's over, it's over.
I think I've done that
I'm
in the past, but I just feel like men move on so quick. In 2 weeks, you probably fucking a new bitch. Probably
But
even
just
in a whole
because
week.
they're fucking
so.
her doesn't mean they moved
In
on.
2 days.
Let me tell you
Right,
that.
and just because you fucking him don't mean you moved on. But
He
that's
could be the
okay.
maintenance man.
Yeah, you could still be sad and still get dick.
Season reason.
You know?
I need him just for right now to help me get over this hump. You know, we
Okay.
all have that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just until I feel a little better about myself, just stroke my ego a little, give me something to do so I'm not texting him or calling him until I feel better about my life. And then
Yeah.
bye-bye.
I think it just all depends on the situation. And I think as you get older, you just like, what am I waiting for?
Do you ever feel bad about how you treated a guy?
Yes.
Yeah.
in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the past. Like, have we ever dogged somebody out? Look at Gigi's face.
Yeah.
I had a whole little.
Do you feel like you get karma for it?
But you had a flashback.
Yeah, I did. I had a whole little.
Do
He
you
was
feel like
so
you be
mad at
getting
me,
your karma
but
for it
He's
though?
mad at you.
well, no. This was a while. You know, this was eons ago. But somebody wanted to be in a relationship with me, and I didn't want to be in a relationship with them. But I acted like we were in a relationship, but I just wouldn't give him that title. And he just was so mad. Like, why won't you be my girl? Because I don't want to.
Right.
But we act like we was in a relationship. We spent a lot of time together, and he spent a lot of money on me and did a lot of shit for me. But no, we're not in a
But he
relationship.
knew you didn't want to be in a relationship.
But he was so
But that
gung
was
ho
on him,
on
yeah.
why can't we? Like, why we act like it's a why? But why do we need a title if we live in this life and we doing these things together? Why do we need a title? I don't want that title right now. So yeah, I kind of feel bad because. But then it was to the point where, even though we wasn't together, you're not about to be fucking with no other bitches and talking to other bitches, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Nah,
But I
you
wouldn't
can't
be his
go
girlfriend.
crazy.
Come on now,
Yeah.
that's not fair.
Because he was trying to do it in a disrespectful way. You're not gonna
not
be
together,
like if
you're
I'm
not
at your
together.
house,
But
you're
you
not
didn't
gonna be FaceTiming the next bitch while I'm
Oh, that's different.
in the room and you
Yeah.
on the couch FaceTiming
Oh,
the
That,
next
that's
bitch.
Wait till I
simple
leave.
dating
Yeah.
rules.
Right.
But then he
yeah.
probably did that to you because you ain't want to be in a relationship.
Right.
Exactly.
I
So
used
don't
to-
do that.
That
I
was
used
his
to
way
date-
of getting back at you.
The get back, right?
Oh, so you're not my girl? You shouldn't mind me FaceTiming. Plus, you like
And that's
a threesome.
exactly how it was too. Exactly. You ain't my girl.
But that's
we
still- that's
single,
still
ain't
corny.
we? But
Candy,
that's
you-
disrespectful.
You ever dog somebody?
Yeah, of course.
You
And
feel?
a long time ago.
Did you ever apologize, or you feel bad about
No,
it?
I mean, I think eventually I tried to give him a chance, but it just wasn't working for me. I just didn't feel it for him like that, you know?
Sometimes we try to force it too because it seemed like a good idea.
Yeah, well, no, I had like my
Happens
friend,
all
she
the time.
talked me into it. Like that's happened to me a couple times where it was like I wasn't really feeling the guy, but you know, he was cool to go out to eat with, you know, to go on a date, whatever. And then he kept being like, well, why we can't be more than that? I mean, we've been hanging out for a lot. And I'm like, you know, I ain't really trying to do that. I would keep
It's
saying
not
that.
where
And
I'm
then
at in
my
my life
friend
right now.
hit me with the, see, that's why you ain't in no relationship because you be so mean to people. You don't ever want a nice guy and blah, blah, blah. And that's what she hit me with. And so I called myself trying to make it work and it just still wasn't
That
working.
happens to me all the time.
Yeah, you try
Every
to force
time that I force myself, all my friends, my mom, everybody's like, okay, I try. It doesn't work out. Because if
can't
you don't
force
like him,
it.
you don't like him. Nobody can make you
can't
like
force
somebody.
it.
Right.
You can't force it.
See, that's
Like,
me. If I don't like you, I'm naturally gonna come off like that. I can't act like I like you, so I'm just not gonna.
Y'all
fuck
need
with
some
you.
arranged marriages or something.
Why?
No, I'm kidding.
For me, it's like I don't force it from the start. Like if I don't like you and we don't vibe, I'm not even gonna try because I'm already turned off. Like I don't like you. You know?
I also feel like if I don't like somebody, I can't allow them to do nice things for me. Like
Right.
these people I'm cool with, but like I used to date this guy and he would buy me all this stuff, and I used to feel guilty about it because I liked him as a person, but I knew we weren't gonna ever end up together, and I would feel bad.
So you told him to stop?
Yeah, I did.
Because you also feel like
He didn't
sometimes if
stop,
he's
though.
doing too many nice
he did.
things, he thinks he's kind of like inching his way in, and you never
Yeah.
have a chance. So
Right.
just stop it.
Gigi said he ain't stopped though.
He did.
Who are you talking about?
Oh, I thought you was talking
Oh
about.
no, yeah, that's somebody else.
Oh,
No.
see.
That shit is
Okay, so is you single or what? What you got
Oh
going
no, no,
on?
I have a boyfriend, but I'm saying
Oh, you
there was a
do?
guy that used to buy me stuff all the time, and I didn't. You buying me things is not gonna make me like you.
Right.
Right.
Like just because you bought me a nice
Exactly.
present,
But
that
that's
just,
to you. It works with a lot of girls.
it does.
Yeah.
Has that ever worked? Because somebody bought you like some dope ass presents, you're like, I'll give
Maybe
him
I'll
a
give him a
shot.
chance. Give him a chance one day. And you're like, okay, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
For me, if our vibe ain't like, I
Exactly.
can't even like hang out with you.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, like I wouldn't
Imagine
even go
having
to
sex
dinner
with you. Like I just can't.
Right.
If we're not like if we can't just talk and
Yeah.
chill and all that, like no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to dinner with you if you don't look like the person I might fuck.
Right.
Because then I'm leading you on, and then you might try to come on to me, and it's gonna be awkward because I'm not in
Nah, I
it.
had a
isn't
few of them that grew on me.
Yeah,
That always
happens
happens.
too, though.
You be like, I don't like him. That I would never
And
date.
then
Next
guess
thing you
what?
know,
They be the ones that turns around. That
And then
shit
they dog
happens.
you.
fuck
They
up your
dog
life.
you.
They be fucking up your life.
I ain't even
Right.
like you.
Before, I was like, bro, hold on, bro. I remember
did
when
not-
I
how
you
used to
flipped the
dog
script.
this guy,
Facts.
and now he answered my calls.
Facts.
Yeah,
you be so
No.
mad. Like he used to smack me.
But no, one time, remind you, this was years ago. But this dude, he had like a small one, right? And I was like, I found out he cheated. I was like, I
The
can't believe he out here cheating with this little
Child.
dick.
The
Like,
nerve.
you need to be ashamed of that dick. Why
Right.
are you throwing
Trying to
this
throw it
around?
around.
Showing
Your little
everybody?
dick had some nerve. We had a bond because I accepted. Like, I didn't know you was gonna pull this little dick out on somebody
Right.
else.
Yes,
The nerve.
The
nerve of
Yeah.
you.
You be so mad when somebody that you took sympathy on.
Nah, but that
Yeah.
happens all the time. Every time you date beneath like what you like or your standards, they be the ones who drag you. That shit happens to me. I'm
Now,
like, how
Kandi, I
dare
gotta ask you,
you?
he had a little dick, but was he good? Because
No.
he wasn't even good in bed.
Damn.
Here's another thing that I felt was so funny about it was that I was super young at the time,
Okay.
right? And he used to like to talk, and I think he was like the first real talker that I had
Oh,
met.
my God.
And he used to like be like, oh, like who pussies this? Who? In my mind, I was like,
Not
this
yours.
But I just
little
used
dick.
to,
That was that confidence.
I appreciated his confidence.
Right.
Like I was like, wow, okay.
He
Like
was overcompensating.
Right.
yeah, like he was
Those be
doing
the
the
ones.
most.
He
but
couldn't
I
eat
was like,
pussy good because
okay.
I always heard guys with little dicks eat pussy better.
They better.
He was cool at that. It wasn't like he was winning awards or anything.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
Listen, he better learn how to make up for it one way or another.
yeah, he was all right.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Dan. All right, so this is how we always end the show. And Kandi, I want to make sure that we plug everything that you have going on because the tour starts in May.
Yes. I want everybody to get your tickets at welcometothedungeon.com.
Are
Get
we
your
going? What we
tickets.
doing?
12
let's
cities.
go.
Right.
I need y'all to
When
come
is it
through.
coming to
We
New
gotta
Is that
York?
in Houston? Is
It's
that?
the Lord. Let me go look
Hold
at
on,
my
let's find out where
the
this tour
first
starts.
weekend.
I need to know some of these
is-
cities so we could figure out what's best
Girl,
for us to all
okay,
come
so
to.
we
need to
starting in
pull up.
Chicago, May
Okay.
2nd.
Oh, I just came from Chicago.
Yeah,
too,
we're doing
Dan.
Chicago, Detroit, Philly, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Cleveland, DC, New York, Kansas City, St. Louis, Dallas, and Houston.
All right,
Damn.
I'm
All the
coming.
pop-
So
Poppin'
every
cities.
weekend in May, we're gonna take the dungeon, and my birthday's in May, so I'm
Turning up.
celebrating
Yeah,
my
it's like a
birthday
week before my
all
In the
month
dungeon.
long.
Where are you going to be? So which one is the birthday one?
Oh, DC is
DC?
my
Okay.
birthday's May
Yo,
17th.
DC be fun. I fuck with DC.
DC,
Yeah.
Let's go
May
to DC.
17th.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
should
Make
go to
this happen. We
DC.
got to
Yeah.
make sure we come and support. I'm ready to let loose.
No, we
You
should
gonna get
plan it
dressed
and
up?
go.
Are you?
I don't know. You never know, okay? I might,
should plan
I
that.
might
You gonna
finger
get-
somebody's butt from
That
the
would be
back.
fun.
Oh
It's
my
fun.
god!
You gonna get dressed
suck the dick from the back.
Yes.
And you getting dressed up?
They
And
give
y'all
me a
should bring
reason to
lip
pull out
service
my
like
garter.
to one of them. Y'all can do something
Oh,
the
good.
attention.
we
Yeah.
could do
We
that.
could. All
Bring
the
it on the
service
dungeon.
ladies
Bring it on the
come.
stage.
Yeah.
Question.
Uh-huh.
I don't even want you to end before I find this out. What's the freakiest thing you've ever done?
The freakiest thing I ever done? Let me see. Let's see. It has to be a one-on-one situation. I mean, I've had sex like outdoors before. I felt bad. It was in a park and kids could have seen
I
us.
did it in park. That's not
Okay, so that's not freaky. I'm trying to think what's freaky that I do. I don't know what's considered freaky. Like
Putting your tongue in somebody's ass.
I'm not big on that. I did that one time and I didn't enjoy it.
But you did it.
enjoy
I
it.
didn't enjoy licking. I
But
don't
you
really
did
like
it.
my asshole played with. That's why. Like
We ain't talking about yours. We talking about
Oh,
yours.
she brought that up.
Oh.
Let me see. What's the freakiest
I don't like
thing?
mine either because it just feels like a wet ass when he done.
Yeah, that's what I say, swamp ass, and I don't want
That's
to
what
feel
I
like
said.
that.
They don't have the same feeling that we
Let
do.
me
That's
see.
why they like
I
it.
watch porn while I've had sex,
That ain't
but
freaky.
that's not really freaky.
That's something you do at teenage years.
Okay, we filmed ourselves, but not really filmed it, but we put it on the camera on the TV while we were having sex and watched it while we were doing it at the same time. No. All right. I'm trying to think
But
of
what's
something.
Wait,
considered
Candy, what's the
freaky?
freakiest thing
I'm
you've
not
done?
impressed.
Candy, give Angela a freak
Yeah.
number after you just
All right,
heard
hold
them
on.
things.
Let me try to impress Candy. I don't want to make shit up. I don't know. I guess I'm very like.
Traditional.
Yeah, I am, but I enjoy
Right.
it. I had sex with oatmeal before. Like I had we used
Oatmeal?
oatmeal. Is that good?
Wait, what do you do with the oatmeal?
You don't have sex like with food where you put the food on. It's a
But
little
what do you
warm.
do with the
Oatmeal?
oatmeal though? I never heard anybody do.
All right, it sounded like a good idea, but it ended up looking like somebody had an STD.
What did you do? Like, why oatmeal?
Where did you put the oatmeal?
Yeah,
Where-
where'd
At
you
a
put it?
hotel.
but
Where'd you
where
put
on
it?
the body?
Yeah, it's just warm on your body. Like he ate it out of me and da da da.
That's
You
different.
put oatmeal on your
Oatmeal?
vagina?
I'm very healthy, Candy.
Yeah, but I'm saying you put oatmeal. That can give you a yeast, can it? I don't know.
Oatmeal.
It didn't.
Oatmeal's
Oh.
natural.
Okay.
I'm trying to
from the
think
earth.
of something. I'm not like, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I definitely have good sex, but I don't do nothing like.
But what's considered freaky?
Crazy.
Because I feel like even if you're having sex outside, I think that used to be considered freaky, and now it's just like
Now it's
you have
normal.
sex outside.
What's
I
the
think
freaky-
having
I
a
wanna
guy
know
on all
what's the freakiest
fours
thing
is
Candy
freaky.
has done.
I'm not the freakiest one here.
Having a guy on all
So we
fours
give it
is
to
pretty
the
freaky.
Okay,
She
you
has a
number one
dungeon.
spot. What's your sex?
I don't have a dungeon.
I feel like you
I
take
did a
the
party.
second spot.
Huh?
What's the freakiest thing you've done?
See, I don't want to
See,
make
now
y'all
you
look
trying
at
to
me
battle
different.
me, Candy. Okay, you try to call me out.
Right.
Come on, battle me. Me and Candy just not really that freaky.
I had a foursome.
Ow.
Okay, a foursome. Was it 3 women and a man? Or
Yeah.
okay, it's good to ask. It could have been an orgy with men and 2 men and 2
That's
women.
just too much.
That's freaky.
You
That's
gotta
pretty
compete with
freaky.
Gigi now.
No, she had 4. I'm at 5.
I still feel like
5-4.
I think 5 on 1 is freaky, but I think having a guy on all 4 is kind of freaky. That's different.
But
You
that's
can't-
not
you can't-
freaky for you. That's freaky for him more.
Yeah,
True.
I just feel like if you could get a guy on all 4s, that's some freaky shit.
Now
A
I
guy
feel like
on all
I
fours? Yeah, I mean, I guess.
have I ever sucked a dick from the back?
I haven't.
I haven't.
You should try it. He
Like,
doesn't
I
have to
just-
necessarily be on all 4s
I don't
for
know.
you
I
to
just
get
feel like
there.
all the guys I've dated would never get on all 4s.
You don't-
They'll
he don't
never
have to
want
be
me
on all
play
4s
with
for
their
you to
butt.
play.
Yeah, they don't have to be.
You know, you
What
can
about
grab
just
it from the
sneak it
split
in
Okay, what
position.
about? I'm still thinking of things. Okay, what about blindfolds and handcuffs? Is that slightly freaky? I've done
That's
that.
like that's
it always
like
gotta-
beginner freaky.
It gotta be
That's beginner
enough that I
freaky.
can slide
Beginner
out.
kid.
That's
freaky.
like starter
That's
freaky.
the starter kit.
starter kid.
I'm trying.
That's the freakiest.
What about handcuffs, blindfolds, and oatmeal?
Hey, man, you got me beat with the oatmeal thing because I never did anything like that.
You never-
Oatmeal's not
you ever-
bad for
Okay,
your
let me
body,
ask y'all
though.
this because I had this conversation earlier. Have you ever, like, say for instance, been riding down the highway, right? Say for instance, your man is driving, but you're riding him. You're sitting in his lap, but you're facing.
I did that.
You're driving,
Yeah, I did
while you're
that.
riding him.
I did that on the way
here.
His foot on the gas,
And you-
but you're
I've
doing
done
the
that.
steering.
Yeah, I've done
I've
that.
never done it.
I've done that in Miami on 95 North at like 7 o'clock on a Sunday morning.
I've done it
In
on
a
85
Maserati.
South in Atlanta. What about any of you?
That sounds dangerous.
It was fun.
Okay,
And it
guys.
wasn't planned. It was so sporadic and random. We were actually on our way to like the house.
How did that happen?
We
Right.
were leaving the club. You know, in Miami, the clubs stay open till 8 in the morning. We was leaving the club, hella
Club
drunk.
11, baby.
And we were on our way to the house, and I started sucking his dick while he was driving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
my
I was
pussy-
sucking dick
Yeah,
while
it
you're
starts off
driving.
like
my
that.
pussy
I'll
was
do
just
that.
dripping down my leg, and I was like, okay, I can't wait to get to the house. I'm about to jump on that dick right now. He like, right now. I'm like, yeah, right now. Pull your pants down. I mean, not pull your pants down. Slide your chair back.
Yeah.
So he slid his chair back some, and I got on facing the same way. And then after a while, I'm like, oh, where did I put my hands? Oh, the steering wheel. And that gave me a,
Yeah,
some
you
better.
could
You
brace
was
yourself.
driving.
Yeah.
But you was driving.
And I was staring,
On the
yeah.
highway?
Yeah.
95 North.
Y'all saw what happened to Teddy Pendergrass.
You got to do it at late when there's no cars. Really
Well, see,
around.
for me, it was 7 a.m. on a Sunday morning. There wasn't no cars either.
That's a perfect time.
Yeah.
All right, I feel bad about myself.
I'm not going to do that in rush hour traffic.
Jojo, what's the craziest thing you've done, damn it?
A threesome is the craziest thing I've done.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm over here learning. Bitch, I'm gonna start hitting her up like, sis.
Girl, you got my number, girl.
I need to try this week.
what about you, AB? What's the craziest thing you've done?
I think my freakness is pretty average. I've had sex outside. Like, I've had sex in a bathroom in a restaurant. I've had sex in a car a couple times. Shit like that, but nothing.
Okay, so I don't feel too bad
Yeah.
because mine is on par.
I
with
haven't used
those.
oatmeal yet. I might try that.
I should have saved my oatmeal story for another day then, damn.
You know what?
Oatmeal's
Yeah,
not
have
bad
sex
for
with-
you.
It's really not bad for you.
confused
Y'all don't
and
have
why.
sex with food?
It's
First of
funny
all,
about
I
that.
like
oatmeal.
Room
Yeah.
service.
That's random.
I had oatmeal. It was
Oh,
there.
Okay.
I guess, yeah. If
Oatmeal,
it's
bananas,
there.
strawberries.
To me, ice cream,
Whipped cream, chocolate.
Right.
Chocolate
What
syrup,
if you're lactose intolerant?
Fruit,
grapefruit.
strawberries.
Grapefruit's healthy.
It can burn.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
It can burn a guy.
Listen, let's just be clear. I'm very into like eating and drinking very good things so that people taste better too. Because I think you taste so much better when you have these pressed juices
Right.
and all of that.
Yep.
For sure.
But anyway, Kandi, thank you so much for coming. Jojo, we're going to be watching you on the 2-part reunion for Love and Hip Hop
yeah.
Miami.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
She don't even watch the show. She can't watch herself.
Really?
Yeah, she's not enjoying herself this season.
Did you ever
Wait,
feel
so
like
you
that?
don't know what the other people are saying about you behind your back?
I mean, in the Breakfast Club.
That's how you find out, like,
You watch
What happened?
What happens by
At
watching
first, I was, but then it was just like it was just too much negative shit, and I
Right.
felt like it was affecting my everyday. Like it was just too much negative shit. So
Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you? I don't mean to cut you off.
go ahead.
Did that girl really put roots on you, or y'all was just talking shit? Did she really
She
like?
went to Mexico
Stay
to
tuned
get
for
her
the
roots.
Breakfast Club tour.
Girl,
Now that shit real.
I listen to the Breakfast Club every morning, so I'm
Bro,
I'm
that
here
shit
regardless.
was real.
She really put something on. Did you get it off?
Yeah, she
you-
practiced all that
She went
shit.
to
you go-
Mexico because
So
Did
how
you
you
go
get it
see
off?
somebody to get it off? of you?
Yes.
How did
Right.
you know you had it?
Of course. You know why? I was getting up every morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning, like jumping out my sleep, like something with like. And I had told my dad, I'm like, bro, for the past month at 5 o'clock in the morning, when I tell you like a clock, I would get up, my heart would be beating, I'd look at my phone, and I'd be like 5 o'clock every day. And then I told him, and he was like, okay, what's going on? And that's really how everything started. But really, you know, somebody that practices that you know, it's
Yeah,
just
I ain't
all.
got time for that. That's like
Yeah,
people be
that's
going
too
too
crazy.
far with this stuff on the shows, man.
That shit was a lot.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
too much.
that's why when the show when all that stuff started coming out, I didn't even want to watch it. It's too much negativity.
Yeah.
I would just wake up and just you
did
know
that?
this
Amara.
girl that I fell out with.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are there times you felt like you couldn't watch Real Housewives because you were like, it's too much negativity?
I mean, our show is definitely stressful, but I mean, they like for us to blog or talk about the show, and it's like, there's no way I could really do the reunion without watching
way.
it because
Watching it,
how would
see.
I
but
know
I feel
what was
like
said or done?
Bravo is not as bad as VH1.
Oh, not at all.
Well, I mean, y'all have more physical fights, so
Physical, and I
Right.
feel like it's just a lot more ratchet and
Dirty.
messy and all that.
You better make that move over to Bravo.
Right.
You know
Wait,
it.
remember when I was trying to do the show with you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys do it?
No.
Can we do it?
She's like,
Can we do it
please,
so I can
I'm
come
trying to
on?
get
We
out of
just
here.
had to talk about it.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, Kandi, when's the EP coming out? I know you just started working and announcing.
I gotta wait. I don't want to make any announcements till I'm finished with it.
Okay.
Still a work in progress,
Still a work in
but
progress.
it's happening.
Yes.
We waiting for it.
All right. It sounds like I have work to do. And so do y'all.
We're gonna have another talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
go
I
to
have
the
some work
dungeon.
You got to
to
get
do.
these freak levels up.
We gotta go to the
For
dungeon
real.
tour.
Y'all need to start doing like
Yes,
some
we're
classes. or some
going to the
shit.
dungeon
Lip
tour
service.
for Kandi's birthday in DC.
I need everybody to come out to the dungeon, and everybody needs to come as their alter ego. And
Why
what
don't you
is your alter ego?
Hi. Her name is Ling Ling. You really
Ling
enjoy
Ling,
her.
Okay.
Ling Ling's coming to the dungeon.
Bring out Ling Ling to the dungeon.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate you guys for coming through. We have fun. I have some homework to do. You have homework too, Avian.
Yeah.
And so do you,
I do
JoJo. Gigi, we need you to chill out. No, I'm kidding.
Take it easy.
She can teach lessons.
Kandi, you might have a little bit to do too. You know,
Yeah, I mean,
you got some
clearly.
toys from your collection that you need to be
Try
using.
out.
Okay.
Hey, you know, but you know what? Not really, because those toys aren't never gonna make it with Todd.
Todd's gonna kill us, by the way.
Oh, Todd is definitely gonna kill me. He's
kill
probably
us.
like, why the hell was you on there telling all your damn business?
Or he might be like, you know, now that they brought it up.
I did want to try
this
that
is the
toy.
funny thing. This is what I find to be funny. So, you know, being on the show or whatever, you know, and all that stuff, you know, came up and they were like, oh, you trying to take people to the dungeon, whatever. Do you know, every other day we have women walk up to us like, I want to come to the dungeon.
Damn.
Yeah. And they're not talking about the performance.
No.
They're talking about
They talking about the imaginary
the
dungeon in your
imaginary-
house.
It's like, it's so funny. Like, people actually be trying to.
Bro, when I tell you, when I walked in there, I seen everybody from like the Instagram famous girl to my hairstylist to my cleaning lady. I was like, bro, hold up.
Everybody
was
in Atlanta was at that point.
to my cleaning lady. I said, yo, everybody was so into it.
Because
That's
it's
dope.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely fun.
And
like,
it was cool because everybody was just letting go. People was just like in that bitch naked, like no fucks given.
Y'all need to put a fake car in there so people could drive and have sex like they drive in the car, but it could be more safe, like a simulation.
Practice.
Bye.
I like it.
So you can
Bye,
practice
Angela. Nobody's having sex at the dungeon.
pole
I
position.
need to try that.
You should.
Don't do that. It's dangerous.
I feel like it is.
It is dangerous.
Okay, wait. Have you ever given head while you're driving down the highway?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's different.
Have you ever gotten hit while driving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like the whole, you know, jumping on the other side, doing that while you driving in the highway, maybe
But
not
it's
like a
like
20.
no other car is at super late. It's got to be like a
It
time
gotta be at that
hour that
time.
somebody's out.
Yeah.
Let me ask you
When the
this,
roads are
Kandi.
clear.
Who gets the rag after sex? Do you get it or
We
does
take
Todd?
turns.
Okay, see? We were talking
Right.
about that
It
earlier.
depends on the
On what's going
situation.
on,
right? Yeah,
It
like,
depends
why?
on the finito. Like
Yeah,
how
how
did
it
it
ended.
finish?
Yeah.
Then we
Why?
just determine who gets the rag.
Now both of us sitting there tired. He's like, all right, go
Ain't
ahead.
no
I'm
rag.
like,
We
it's
just laying
your
in this
turn.
shit. However,
But sometimes you guys just let it dry up. And y'all both lay there.
I want to clean it out, clean it off, make it fresh.
And
Just
just
in
go to
case you
sleep.
want to wake up and eat it.
and do it again, right? I mean, but if I got a mess all over my face, then I'm just gonna lay there and wait for you to come clean it because I'm
Right.
not.
What if he
getting up
does
and
it?
dripping
Oh,
on
I
me.
feel you.
All on your face.
Yeah, like if he came on my face,
Oh, okay.
then go get the rag and clean the shit up off me.
Will you let him do that even though you...
I mean, sometimes it might be in my eye or I
Have
don't
you,
want it to
heard
drip
of,
down.
have you heard of
she
actually?
doing the
I
most
heard of
over
a
there.
facial. They said that it's good to
semen?
put it in your skin.
I've
listen to
heard
that.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Is
a
that
fake
cat?
story.
No, they
Is
said
that
you gotta
real?
let it dry. Though.
That was a fake
Yeah,
story.
you got-
What, you
is that
peel it
not
off
real?
or something?
No, that's a fake story.
I always heard that was true.
Try
too.
it.
No, yeah.
It's
That was
great.
like a
I heard
sex
that it's
fact
good
on
for your
Candy
skin.
Coated Nights before.
What, that you can
actually.
put cum on your face and
That-
then
that
for
is
your
good
skin?
for your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say this: will you let him come on your face even though you just got your lashes done today?
Yes, and guess how I would do it?
You cover your eyes.
Got to protect them lashes.
Gigi's a
Matter
trooper.
of fact, I'm gonna let him come on my
Yeah,
glasses.
she a trooper.
But isn't that tough getting cum in your eye? Like,
I mean,
shit
it
burns,
burn.
right?
Be pink for a couple hours, but then you be alright.
You get
Look,
pink
now,
eye.
I'm not messing around
Yeah.
with pink eye.
yeah,
Like,
don't
nah.
get no cum in my eyes.
It ain't that deep.
Miss my eye. Right?
You be mad as hell. Like, why would you do that?
No, you know what's the worst when it get in your hair, but you don't know it because it's all the way back here, and you ain't see it at first.
And it's like,
You know, it gets messy.
yeah.
Sounds like he's a shooter.
He came in a long time.
Yeah, he's a shooter. All right, y'all. Well, again, thank you so much. I can't wait to go to Kandi Show. We're going to report back and talk about everything that we saw and experienced. Next time I come back, I'm going to have more stories. Kandi, next time you come on, I'm going to have more stories for you.
Okay.
All right. I
You know
promise.
I'm going to be waiting to
And
hear
FYI,
this.
so are you.
Yeah.
Deal? Is that a deal?
Wait, what other stories are
I don't
you
know.
expecting?
You got to make your own.
Yeah, look, if I have any more stories, I can't tell them on the radio. I can't tell
Okay.
And so is JoJo. She need a good guy.
Yeah,
JoJo ain't getting no good guy.
I mean, you know, I'll keep trying to find some money.
she don't care. She don't want no good
You like
guy.
what you like.
I don't want nobody right now.
You
Bitch,
need a
I'll-
reformed good guy. Yeah, you need a guy. I mean, a reformed bad guy.
You know what I
You need
just
a guy
tried?
that
I
used
tried
to
to
be
go-
a thug.
I call them
that he
NWE,
grew up.
Nerds with Edge.
Nah, you know what I just tried, and it did not work out. Somebody younger than me. I was like, all right, if I can get somebody younger, I can shape them up. You know what I'm saying? Do all that.
No.
Why not?
No, they play too much.
Yeah.
They still
And then
be
sometimes
trying
you gotta
be-
teach them too
yeah.
much.
And you're still
Yeah.
pretty young yourself.
Yeah, how old are you?
26.
Oh, girl.
Nah, bitch, I'm getting
God.
old.
Dating a
I'm an
19-year-old?
old soul,
Too
though.
young.
I'm an old soul.
Yeah,
What's
so
young?
you don't
What's
need
young
nobody
though
younger.
for you?
Like,
Could he buy a drink?
Bitch, of course. I'm
Okay,
thinking
so
like, you know what I'm saying? I'm used to dating like way older men. So now I'm like, this time around, I swear, this is just happened. I was like, bro, I need to date somebody younger. Maybe I can,
No.
sharpen them up.
No.
All that. It can't work.
Is he a rapper?
No, he's an athlete.
Okay, athlete. Okay.
Oh Lord.
That's the problem. Rappers, athletes.
That's what I was saying, bro. I need to
He
go to
just,
church.
a lot of times to me, a lot of those athletes just like to say they been with famous chicks. So
Right.
they love
Facts.
they have like, they'll be having
They wanna
3,
be
4,
lit.
5 of y'all.
Yeah. Where did you meet Todd? See,
He worked
On the show.
production
Yeah,
on the show.
Yeah,
you
work.
lying.
I'm not lying. We weren't supposed to be dating. And
So since y'all met, y'all liked each other, or it was like whatever?
yeah, like
Y'all were out of the country or something.
yeah, we were in
right?
Africa, and I didn't really know him yet. I hadn't met him, and one of the girls that I was friends with on the crew was like, "Oh, I don't know somebody that want to take you out." And I was like, "Who?" She was like, "Todd." I was like, "Which one of these guys is Todd?" I'm gonna figure out who it is. And when I saw him, he didn't even speak to me at first.
Aw.
So I was like, "That can't be. He can't.
Right.
That can't
Right.
be true." But later he came and because he had to talk to me about something that show related or whatever.
Sure he did.
No.
He really did.
No, I didn't know him. I never met him, so it was like they sent him to tell me something, and so we
He was
started.
probably like, I'll tell her.
We started having a conversation, and it was actually his birthday that day, and so we were walking around, and we just talked. They had a surprise party for him, and I ended up hanging out with them there, and after that, we just kept talking, and at the end of the night, he kissed me, which I thought was like, okay, because most guys are intimidated. They don't just
Right.
go in on the first day they meet you.
It was his birthday.
He was lit.
Yeah,
he was lit.
He was like, fuck it.
And so I actually liked it that he was a little aggressive. I was like, okay.
Right. I feel you. I
And
like
so-
that shit too. I'm like,
When we
yeah.
got back to Atlanta, we started hanging out, and that was a wrap.
You wanna
now
hear
we've been
some-
married. We about to have our
Damn.
5-year anniversary
amazing.
next
Wow.
month.
Right before
Congratulations.
Kandi got in a relationship or people knew about it, some guy had hit me up. He was a ball player.
Oh yeah, I forgot
He
about
played
that.
in the NBA, and he was like, so I really want to talk to Kandi. Can you set it up? So I sent her a message. I was like, yeah, my friend wants to know. She's like, oh, I just got in a relationship. I was like, sorry, bro.
Gotta be quicker than
Yeah,
that.
too late.
Right.
Too late, but
So it just happens out of nowhere.
yeah,
The
basically,
unexpected.
yeah. And then you just got to be open to
I think that's my problem. I don't be open. I'd be like, nope.
I think the most unexpected situations are the ones that really kind of change your life.
Right.
You know, like the one
Yeah.
where you wasn't even looking at him, you wasn't
Right.
even thinking about
Right.
fucking him, and then y'all end up together. It's like, damn.
And he made the effort. That was cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for
was
sure. I mean, he was new to Atlanta at the time. He had only been there like a month, so it's like I caught him right when he got
I was
there.
just about to say
because
that.
most of the dudes in Atlanta,
Once they get there,
they
bro.
ran through. It's over. They gonna run through everybody.
They ran through.
Yeah. It's a single
That's
town.
the thing too.
you
I
know?
live in Atlanta. I think that's what's rough.
Whew,
I need
girl.
to move. Yeah,
You know
Atlanta's
how
rough.
Atlanta
You
is.
need to move.
I need to move.
But I think the other problem is I feel like all the girls looking for the same dude. Everybody
Yeah.
wants the baller. Everybody wants the
The
ball
athlete.
player.
I
Everybody
don't
wants
want
the
them.
dude
Listen,
that's popping
camera.
bottles.
I don't want them. They follow me. I promise
But
to you, bro.
that's for all of us, though.
Right.
You know what I
That's-
mean?
okay, I see
No,
what you're saying.
no
That's what
offense,
20 girls
but,
are
with.
You know, everybody that's kind of doing something like all the guys is like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna get her. So it's like, but everybody seems to want that same type of dude, and I feel like that's part of the problem.
Right.
Like, yeah, all those dudes, they just feel like, oh yeah, they can keep running through them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Right.
They're not really looking to settle down, especially not in Atlanta.
Right.
Right.
Get somebody
Yeah,
different a
Atlanta's
chance.
dead.
Get somebody different a chance.
Yeah.
Telling you need a guy that used to be a thug that's a business owner now.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Need
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
that got that
Ghost.
thug
You know what I'm
past.
saying?
Like,
Like,
you need a
go
ghost.
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a terrible example. Ghost is still into these streets.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I just feel like
You need
know,
a ghost what they think he is. You need
Yeah.
a what's his name? Jamie. You need a James. You need a James St. Patrick, not a
Patrick.
ghost.
James St. Patrick.
You need a
You're right,
James
you're
St.
right.
Patrick.
Or you need Ghost Son.
Oh no.
Teach me the game. Ghost.
Yeah.
But I mean, Yeah, he'll come. He'll come. Just don't
And
be
you
looking for the
still
same dude
young.
everybody
So
else.
before Todd, you was like chilling.
Before Ty, yeah, I was chilling at that time. I mean, I guess I was similar to you, or single, still dating,
Right.
and
busy as hell.
Yeah, I was busy. I was definitely busy. I mean, I was just dating. I actually had gotten comfortable with being single. So I was really kind of like feeling like, okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna be single
you,
and doing
right.
me.
Yeah.
And so I really wasn't like tripping about being
That's
Trying
how
to
I
be in
am.
a
No, I'm not
relationship.
tripping. Like,
yeah.
I'm chilling.
So it just
Yeah.
kind of
Just happened.
happened that way.
Yeah.
It's when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Let somebody court you a little bit, you know?
Sis, listen.
Give it
I
2
go to
dates.
sleep and I'm not stressed about. I feel like when you start dating, it's like I don't want to start worrying about somebody else. You feel me?
Right.
Like when you start dating, it's like why he didn't pick up the phone? Where he at?
See, that's the wrong guy if
All
you
that,
worry.
bro.
It'd be way too much drama. I'm so glad I'm not single no more.
That's shit. That's why right
Why?
now, like
'Cause
it's
you don't gotta
like,
deal
bro,
with that.
like I
all
want
that
Yeah, it's too much.
bullshit. Like, I ain't
Extra.
got time for the games.
Yeah.
Like I
It's
got
too much.
Aw.
And that Instagram that made everything worse. It's just
Yeah.
yeah.
right.
She said,
Yeah, like I be feeling bad, like for my single friends. I be like, man, y'all just it's too much out there. It's hard to.
you don't be trying to hook them up with none of Ty's friends or nothing?
Well, not really. A lot of Ty's friends are settled down.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
he has a couple of single friends, and
You hear that, JoJo?
But once one of his friends dates one of my friends, it's over.
Now y'all in the
Right.
middle of
Because
this
now
shit.
it's like,
I
yeah,
feel
we in the
you.
middle because
Yeah.
that's happened before, and then it's like drama.
It's so
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah.
And then you can't like
You got to figure out who you invite.
The friend bringing the
Yeah,
other
it's too
girl
much
that
drama.
I want to come, then she's like, you
Right.
can't come because he with the other girl. It's a whole bunch of
Yeah,
shit.
it's too much.
I feel you. Yeah.
All right. Now we really ended the show for real.
Right.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
third time. We just
No,
talking.
we had a great time. I'm so glad that you made it. I was like, Candy's coming in town. I came right off the plane.
Girl, I
Came
took off
here.
work.
Right off
Yeah,
the
Gigi
plane.
took off from
Yes,
work.
I was like, Candy coming? I'm taking off. Because we usually film during the day because I work at night.
okay.
And when she's like, Candy coming, but it's at 8 p.m., I was like, I'm taking off
That's
for Candy.
fine.
Yeah, she took
I'll
off.
be there.
Period.
And she came straight from the plane.
I came straight from the airport.
Yeah.
JoJo came in this morning, so we
Yeah.
appreciate it. We really do.
Well,
it means a
thanks
lot
for
to
having
us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Lip
I had fun.
service.
Yay.